Hello again and welcome to another Mordian Glory battle report. And this time we have a very special battle report, a spicy meatball for your viewing pleasure. Because not only are we playing, in my humble opinion, GW's best game right now, which is Warhammer the Old World, but I also have the man, the myth, the legend, Auspex Tactics. I have somehow persuaded you to play Old World. How has this happened?
It's a bit of an ambush, actually. I had no idea what game we're playing. So it turns out I'm now at the helm of an Empire army.
That is
trying to take down some orcs that are storming the side of the table.
I'm not going to deny it. It wasn't meant to be an ambush, but I sent you a message at 4 in the morning, man. What do you mean you didn't read it?
So I do like the memes aside. I do like go to sleep occasionally.
You do, yeah. You well, sleep. You go into standby mode.
Something like that. Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, Auspex and I, we bumped into each other, like 3 or 4 years ago at a tournament. Mm-hmm. And then we actually quite enjoyed the game. And we've had a few games since. You have beat my ass in with Blood Angels. I have beaten your knights into scrap with my guard. And we probably play once or twice a year, and we chat a little bit and all that. One might say we are acquaintances, mm-hmm. Professional and personal acquaintances.
I'd go that far, yes.
You go that far.
Steady on now.
Steady on, yeah. Don't get too familiar, Jesus Christ. But we said we're going to play a bit of 40k. That's what we organised a couple of weeks ago, and then you sent me a message saying I might bring something a little bit unoptimized. I might bring something a bit of a wild card list, and I was like, okay. And then that sort of got me thinking. It's like, well, it is late 10th edition. Everyone's sort of wanting to try different things out. Why not go really different and try a game that you've never played before?
Yeah.
Why not try a little bit of Old World? So here we are.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm not going to get too many of these guys killed, but...
Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, they're state troops. They're fine. They're not space marines.
Provided they're expendable, that's all right then.
Oh, yeah. These guys get a spear put in their hand and told, stay together and you'll be all right. Well, it's a bit more... Technically, they're fully trained, but
okay. How
much does training do against a very angry mushroom that's high off fungus wine?
I think we're about to find out.
But on a more serious note, I have been trying to get Auspex to try a few games recently. I remember about a year ago, I was like, "Did you try Bot Action?" You're like, "Yeah, I might do." You sort of up for it. But then, what was it like? The big balanced data slate came out, the Guard Codex came out, and it just felt like that would have to be put on hold. And then it came over to a bit of, I think fantasy is a bit more of a natural place for a 40k player to go who wants to try something a little bit different. Would you say?
Yeah, I'm not against trying Bolt Action.
Yeah.
I think there's just only so many time you have for so many different games, like trying other ones out.
I think you've been playing Legions Imperialis recently.
Not very well, and only like an intro game or two. I've been playing a few games of Lord of the Rings as well, but yeah.
And what do you play in Lord of the Rings?
I've been using the High Elves.
That makes sense. I definitely see you as I would have said High Elves or Gondor would have been your shtick. Mm-hmm. Not an orc player, not a gobbo or a dwarf player.
I don't know. Heavy skew towards which models I can borrow off
people. Yeah.
It's like I've learned the stat lines for those now. It's like, yep, we'll have those again.
But I think when you said that, it actually didn't surprise me at all, because I think everyone's been getting to that point where, look, we love 40k and the balance is actually pretty good, and they keep bringing out these new codexes and everything, and that's all great, and we're not throwing shade on 40k at all. But also, I think 10th edition has been a really intense edition. And so it's nice to be able to have a bit of a palate cleanse, try something a bit different, and then maybe play that a bit more, or that was enough palate cleanse, back to 40k. So that's kind of the vibe that we're going with today. It's very much, we're two mates, we're broing down, we're playing a game. It's not competitive any way, shape or form. I'm going to be doing vibes. I'm going to be like, if the orcs will do it this way, that's the way they're going to do it. And Auspex, you're just going to be hopefully learning and getting a feel for what it's like collecting the Empire.
Just try it out, yeah.
Well, there you go. And so with all of that said, let's take a look at the two armies that are fighting. So we will start with the Empire, 2,000 points. Auspex, take us through your list.
So it seems that we've got some state troops, I want to say, with halberds and then spears and shields for the other unit.
You're doing much better than I thought you were going to do.
Copy what you said before, they've got detachments of crossbows, and then there's some sort of wizard behind them.
See, they don't call them Auspex tactics for nothing. In but a glance, he has taken in the Empire and he has absorbed the information. He's already categorized it, and he's already got in his mind an entire series of Empire tactics videos. He's going to be putting.
Possibly. It's like I don't know any of their stats or what they do yet, but I can imagine cannons go boom.
Cannons go boom.
Talking of which, we've got a cannon. Oh, was that some volley gun?
Yeah, that counts. Yeah.
A great big mortar at the back, who apparently scatters less if you have line of sight, so it's poking around the edge there. So
that's true. That's true.
Pro tactics there. An engineer helping out with them nearby, and then we've got a squad of handgunners also making use of the prime real estate of that hill, and some knights to ward off angry goblins on wolves, charging them and killing them all.
You know what? That was actually way better than I thought you were going to do. I said it as a joke.
A steam tank.
And a steam tank.
The
Stank, the Franza division. It's called the Franz. You don't know anything about Oldor, do you?
Karl
Franz.
yeah.
There you go. He knows more than he's letting on. So I actually want to say well done, because I thought I was having a bit of a meme then, but it turned out that you are actually very observant and you have paid close attention and everything. I think I'm in for it. I think I say I'm going to go easy on Auspex, that he's just going to beat my ass in with his finely honed Empire tactics. Just a little bit of detail. 30 state troops with 28 with captain, BSB, and we've got a general there, and they've got halberds full command with a detachment of 5 crossbows. The general here has got the sword of battle. He's got full plate armor, a shield, and the white cloak, which makes him pretty good and durable. And the BSB, no magical banner. He's just got the sword of might, full plate armor, and a shield, and talisman of protection. And then you've got 29 more state troops, spears and shields, full command, and then you've got this guy's going to be a Sigmar priest today, and that is Father Gregory. I don't mean to alarm you, but Father Gregory is a sex pest.
Oh, is it now? He tried to mean anything by putting him in the Italian-looking regiment there.
Time for some bunga party. How many people have we just... That probably is going to upset people more than when I spent an entire bot action game going babbly boop beep when I was playing with the Italians. We've also got another unit of detachment state troops there. We've got mortar, hellblaster, great cannon, engineer, 10 handgunners as a standalone unit. And we've got 9 Empire Knights who are drilled. I think they're drilled stubborn with a sergeant and a musician. And that is... Oh, then you've got a level 4 wizard at the back who knows battle magic, and we'll take you through how battle magic works in a moment.
Awesome.
As for the orcs and goblins, 10 wolf riders with light armor and shields and spears. 2 squads of 5 wolf riders as skirmishers with bows and light armor. Unit of 20 night goblins with full command and short bows. We've got a level 4 shaman in that unit. Got a unit of 19 orc boys. I'm not sure if the big ones, I'll double check, but 19 orc boys with full command, level 2 shaman, and a orc big boss at the front there. Big boss has got Martog's best basher and heavy armor. Level 2 shaman has got no upgrades on him. 20 black orcs, 19 black orcs with full command, and then we've got my black orc war boss, the Emperor Orc, and these are his Praetorian Guard. I thought you'd like that.
I do.
And then he's got the Choppish Chopper, Trollhide Trousers, and an Enchanted Shield. We've got 40 goblins with full command. There's 3 nasty skulkers in there, which will probably do nothing, but they're funny.
They're the ones that jump out and...
They don't have the swinging wrecking balls. They shiv people.
Them.
I haven't bought any fanatics against today because they're a bit strong. 4 trolls. They're quite good, but they are also stupid, so they'll probably spend most of the game struggling to do anything. 1 bolt thrower, 1 unit of 20 Get back up there. 1 unit of 20 squigs, metal model, so they're going to fall all over the place. And then we've got 10 arrow boys, because I painted them and I wanted to use them. The orc army is definitely more spread out. We definitely outnumber the Empire significantly, but the Empire army is more concentrated and has a shitload of firepower.
I've got big guns. Hopefully that I can make some holes in the measurements before they get close.
And you have the +1 for the who's going to go first, which should make a big difference as well. Mission today is pitch battle, so we are just fighting each other. Basically, kill more, get more points.
Okay.
You get the. It's not a point per unit as like in all sort of old 40k. It's
adding up the points.
It's adding up the points, and we have an app that will do all of that for us and make it super easy.
Sweet.
So there we go. So we'll do magic off camera, and then we will roll to see who's got first turn. So we have done deployment. We have worked out magic. Here are our respective spells. I'll come around and show the viewers what you've ended up going for. Obviously, these are all very well rolled for.
Yep.
You chose not to swap out for Hammer Hand, which is a good thing because your wizard doesn't want to be in combat.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever Pillar of Fire manages to do.
Pillar of Fire is good.
Either for the Orcs or Unlucky Empires.
Well, you get to control Pillar of Fire, but I don't get to control my ones. Exactly. So now there's only one thing to do.
Yeah,
roll to who goes first. Pick your weapon of choice, sir.
I've got a 2.
Which becomes a 3.
Yeah, that's a medium start.
It's still enough.
It's all we needed.
It's still enough. So, why don't we take you through your first movement phase?
Okay.
And then you can get a feel for it. So you don't obviously have to move anything you don't want to, and don't feel like you have to move anything. Play how you would play. But your infantry has a movement value of 4, but they can march double that. Okay. So you can march up to 8. If you march, you can't charge. In Old World, you declare your charges at the beginning of the movement phase. So there's no move, shoot, assault like in 40k. That's actually is really good because it's actually sort of a bit of a damage limitation thing, because obviously if you're in combat, you then can't shoot into combat.
Yeah, it does make sense. You don't get shooting and charging that.
Yeah, exactly. You can move and shoot with your guns, not the cannons, but with the infantry guns, like the crossbows and the handguns. But you can only move, you can't march and shoot. So you can move 4 inches and shoot. And because of the fact that they are handguns and crossbows and not short bows like mine, you're -2 to hit.
Okay.
So
I want to keep them staying still if possible.
You can pre-measure. Your crossbows have got a 30-inch range. Your handguns have got a 24-inch range, so they probably won't be in range. Yeah. But whilst the handguns are on the hill, they can fire in 2 ranks. Normally they can't, so that's not bad putting them up there. Your knights have got, I believe it's an 8-inch move, it's 7 or 8-inch move, and again they can march double that. And
what happens if you declare a charge then? Does it go double again, or does it?
If you declare a charge with infantry, you roll 2d6, picking the highest and add your movement, so you'd have a maximum of 10. With cavalry, it's the same, but then you get to add another you get to add another d6 onto that.
Okay,
so
they go really far then.
Yeah, they go really far. So cavalry can charge I think your maximum charge range of your cavalry there ends up being about 16 inches. My Wolf Riders is about 18 inches because they're lighter, faster cavalry, but they're not as impactful on the charge. Your steam tank, it moves 4. You roll 2d6 and pick the highest to move it. But if you roll a 1, it takes a wound. Or you can choose not to move and it doesn't take a wound. Yes, it malfunctions because it turns out a Da Vinci-esque tank isn't super reliable.
Yeah, so we've not quite got this right at this period.
Exactly.
Old world history.
Magic, you don't need to worry. None of your magic will be in range at this point. You do each spell in the relevant phase, essentially. So hexes at the beginning, magic missiles and vortexes in shooting. Things like arcane urgency would go in the movement phase. So, based on the information I've given you, do you wish to move anything, or you think you're going to sit and shoot for a bit?
It's feeling like we don't really want to be too much close to the scary orcs until we've...
That's fine.
Whistle them down a bit. I don't know, really. Go on out. We'll probably just sit and shoot for a turn at least, because I feel like the orcs are going to be coming to me very rapidly.
That is a very sensible choice. So, we will go very swiftly into the shooting phase. So, you can pre-measure, so grab your tape measure. And you can, your Hellblaster volley gun has only got a 24-inch range, so that won't be in range. Your handguns have only got a 24-inch range, so they won't be in range. Your crossbows have got a 30-inch range, and your mortar has got enough. And your cannon have enough. So and your steam tank will have enough as well. So what do you want to shoot with first?
Let's go some crossbows into, let's say, this unit of orcs. Perhaps?
Crossbows into here. So you are going to be you've got ballistic skill 3, not 3 plus, but 3, which means that you would hit on a 4.
Yeah.
But at long range, that means you hit on a 5. 5 shots. Oh, he's only got. Look at this.
Yeah.
What is this? Now, the crossbow's a strength 4, and I am toughness 4, so you'd force to wound. Ah, there you go. It balanced out.
It does balance out.
So you thud some crossbow bolts into my orcs, but the tough hide.
We don't care about this.
Yeah, we don't care.
This is fine.
Try again.
Okay.
Okay, so crossbows. Now, where are you going to shoot this time? Trolls only T4, and Gobbo's a T3. So the trolls will be harder to kill, but they're not any harder than an orc to kill.
Let's go for the trolls then.
Okay.
I feel like they're probably more intimidating.
Okay, he's 3 hits. He's got good.
And then
He's got a wound, a whole wound. Now, you have no AP on crossbows unless you roll a 6, and then you get AP 2, AP minus 2. AP system is same as in 40k. So now I need to roll my save. Now I have got a scaly hide, which will give me, I think it's either 5 or 6 up. We'll have to check it. But I also, if let's say I assume I failed that, I then get to do a regen. So in 40k, you take armor saves or invulnerable saves, and then you get feel no pain after that. In Old World, you've got armor, ward, and regen isn't like feel no pain where you do it per damage. It's just a flat save.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like having it's like
the whole thing.
Yeah. So assuming if this was a regen, so I would fail my regen. But let's check to see if I pass my armor save. But we can do that off camera. We'll just get a perspective. We'll have a perspective wound.
So what does the steam tank do then?
So you have
range or not?
It is, but cannons are funny. Cannons are interesting. So you're going to need your tape. Have you got your tape measure? Right. Your steam tank can fire its cannon, but it's got a 24-inch range. But that's where it doesn't pick a unit to shoot. It picks a point on the board. Now, prevailing wisdom is you measure 10 inches from the back of the unit, and that's a very accurate way of making sure you sort of bounce into the unit. So if you've got...
So in theory it should be...
It should be there. Now you need... So yeah, place it there. So now you need the artillery dice there. So just the one with the numbers on it, not the one with the arrows on it. So roll that. This is to see where it actually lands. So it goes 6 inches forward from that point.
Seems like that's going to be good.
Okay, so it's going to land on that front rank. So now you need to roll a dice to see how far it bounces through the unit. Again, yes. Okay. 8. So it's going to bounce through the whole unit. So you are going to hit 4 ranks. Okay. So now you get to roll 4 regular dice, and you'll be wounding on 2s.
Go on, let's have it.
Okay, so you've got 2 good hits. They've got good AP. They're going to kill 2 of them. And you've got 2 regular hits, which I will actually get a 5-up save against because I've got Black Orcs, which have got full plate armor, and I've got shields. So I pass one of them. So I will lose...
Smushed 3 orcs.
3 Black Orcs already. That's pretty good shooting. Yeah. And your cannon does the same thing, but your great cannon is a bit more powerful than your steam cannon.
Okay, so it's 24-inch range.
It's good. It's got like 72. It's so you can pick anywhere. You could try and kill my bolt thrower, or you could try and concentrate fire, or you could go.
Go on, should we annoy these guys a bit more?
So he's doing a good job. He's going after the Black Orcs. So
you said that they were the big fighty ones. So.
They are the big fighty ones. You're doing the right thing. So it's a 45-degree angle, so you can definitely see across to here. So 10 inches from the back.
Okay, so somewhere like there.
Yep, exactly. That's fine. And then roll your artillery dice.
See what we got.
A 2. So you're gonna land about there. We'll say. We know it's 10 inches from the back, and now you see how far you bounce. 8. So fortunately, you are just going to bounce straight through. Yeah, you're going to hit the back rank. So that's another 4 dice you get to roll. There you go. Now you got a 1 to wound, so that's nothing. The 6 goes from AP 3 to AP 5. So
smashes one guy.
And then I get 2 saves, and these are only 6-ups. But I pass one of them.
Big cannons more powerful.
Yes. It is a point of great amusement, Empire players, that our cannons are better than dwarf cannons, and in the lore, dwarves taught Empire how to use cannons of gunpowder.
I guess they perfected it then.
Well, the thing is, the dwarves are stubborn. They're really stubborn, so they sort of developed cannons years and years ago, and like it's now sort of taboo to go. It's a bit like AdMech. It's taboo to go beyond that.
Yeah, we've already perfected it. Why would you change it?
Exactly.
Right.
And instead, the dwarves, rather than making their cannons more powerful, they make them more elegant by like doing like magical runes and stuff. So they're better at like killing certain things and more reliable and all that kind of stuff. Whereas Empire went, what if we make it bigger and less reliable, but bigger?
Oh, okay. Smashes more Black Orcs, maybe.
That's it. So now you get to shoot your mortar. Where are you thinking of going with the mortar?
Is this going to scatter?
It's going to scatter. So you have to pick a unit. You have to pick a unit. You don't have to be able to see it, and then it scatters. I think it's an artillery dice plus a scatter dice.
Oh, okay.
So have you got? There's the scatter dice. So who are you aiming for?
Let's go for. Do we land on someone's head then, or?
You land in the centre of the unit.
Okay, go for the centre of that unit.
Okay, so roll your scatter dice nearby first. So yeah, roll them nearby. So it's going to go that way, and then how far is it going to go? 8.
Big 8 inches, so something like.
Yeah, exactly.
There-ish, so probably just off the front of this.
So it's going to land, we'll say just there, and it's a 5-inch template.
Okay.
So I don't have a template to hand right now, but just measured basically 2.5. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to get
maybe like 6 grots, perhaps.
Yep, you get. We'll say 6, and then you'll get 1 Wolf Rider.
Okay.
Now, because you haven't landed directly on that unit, you have to roll to see if you actually hit them. Now, I would think one of those guys would be fully covered, so that would be 1 for sure. Put the Wolf Rider to one side for a moment. Those you need to see if you hit me on a 4+.
Okay.
So no,
Nope.
And then you have to see if you kill my grot. Now, you're not actually very strong. I think you're like strength 3, so it's like a 4 up. No. So you don't do anything, and then do you wound the Wolf Rider? You hit the Wolf Rider, then do you wound him? Yes. And he just absolutely dies. Yeah, because it's good AP.
Good shot.
So you aim for here, and the mortar went whee!
It goes where it wants.
The mortar goes where it wants to. Now, if you had line of sight, you would have -3 from that scatter, and so you might have actually ended up landing more squarely on here. So that is the advantage of having. No, because you were aiming here.
Oh, okay. So because it's firing through the hang.
Because you're firing through the handgunners, yes, because you can't see through your own guys.
That makes sense.
If you aim for the goblins, you would have had it.
Possibly.
You can't see past the base of the hill either. Hill's block line of sight.
Okay, so I would have had to move the crossbow lads out of the way then if they.
Exactly. But as it is, you killed a Wolf Rider, which is fine.
I'm very happy with this outcome.
And there's no combats. It's your turn.
Yep.
That was a pretty quick turn.
Yep.
And I think I know I'm sort of thinking out loud here, as it were, but comparing this to a game like 40k, where you've got everyone has to move, then everyone has to shoot, then everyone has to charge, it can actually take quite a long time. Whereas in Old World, you didn't have to move because the mission didn't force you to move. You didn't have to charge, so now you get to shoot me a bit. Turn done.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I suspect I probably should have moved some things, but we're gonna like.
I don't
take
think
our
you
time
need
with this and like ease into the Old World slowly.
I don't think you need. I think that's very sensible. And honestly, if it was me playing this game, I wouldn't have moved.
No, fair.
So there you go. So with all that said, we will go over to Orc and Goblin turn 1. Now, my turn is basically going to be movement and a smidgen of shooting. So we'll just do my turn as a summary turn. Because let's be real here, no one's here to watch me today. They're all here to watch Auspex.
With your best guess as to how to... It's like, what orcs do you want to shoot first? Like, the big ones.
Yes.
The big scary ones, please.
It's like shooting turnips, man. Go for the big ones first.
This is definitely like in-depth tactic stuff.
This is the in-depth Auspex tactics. There we go. So we will be back at the end of Orc and Goblin turn 1 with a quick summary. Here we are at the end of Orc and Goblin turn 1. As you can see, we basically advanced across the line. Unfortunately, the trolls failed their stupidity test despite the fact they were in command range of the boss. Just rolled an 11. Sometimes it happens. Pretty much everyone marched forward. The Night Goblins didn't march, though, and neither did the Wolf Riders. That was because I wanted to do a bit of shooting. We started off with a bit of short bow fire from these two Wolf Rider units, and we were able to slot one of the handgunners, and then we vindictively glared at the cannon and brought it down to one wound. I was like,
I don't know. Can empathise after those shot down through the black horse.
And then we went for a foot of Gork, and we managed to get it off. Even though it's level 2 versus level 4, we did manage to get it off. So you will get a chance to dispel that next turn, but it will get a chance to stomp around. But that is the end of Orc and Goblin turn 1. Very quick. We will go straight into the Empire of Auspex turn 2. Slow down, Auspex, slow down. He's got excited. He's already started moving things before I've got the camera rolling. He's getting into it. I can see it in his eyes.
Apparently the foot of Gork needs to stomp somewhere else first.
It needs to stomp first.
Gork gets to move before the Empire.
It's not foot of cat, it's foot of Gork.
That is quite a good analogy there.
Go on, get out the way. That was perfectly unscripted.
Yeah, I know, that's...
Oh, it's going towards the
crossbows.
The crossbows. How far does it go? 2d6. So 4 inches. So
definitely squashing crossbows.
It is going to, if I may come round here, it is going to go here and then pop out the other side to about here, because you can't stay landing on the stuff.
Finish, right? So basically
exactly.
Stomps through these lads.
So it will hit where it landed. It would hit 2 for sure and 3 maybes, and then it would pop out there. Mm-hmm. So the 3 maybes on a 4 up, I get all of them. So that's 5 hits at strength 5s is 2s. 2s to squash.
Gork has squashed all but 1 then.
All but 1. So there was going to be 1 guy left. Now, he will need to roll a panic test.
Is that 2d6?
That's 2d6. He has passed, so he's fine.
Oh, okay.
If he'd failed that, he would have full on fled.
Gork has just trodden on most of my squad, but I'm still feeling good about this.
I didn't like those wankers anyway. They never came to the work social. So now we'll get on with the movement. So we did this a little bit off camera because I was explaining to Auspex how drilled works, and so what he's done is he's moved forward a bit, pivoted, moved forward a bit, and then he's there, and then that is in range that he's able to countercharge when I charge him, and when you countercharge you can drill, and he'll be able to fit a guy on here and 2 guys on this side, which will, I think, give his knights a big advantage against my goblin cavalry.
They think he has knights sort of in front of the cannons and things, but yeah.
The cannons could easily try and do some smashy, yeah. Now, as for the rest of your movement, do you want to take as well? You know what you were doing. I'll tell the viewers what's happening.
So trying to move other bits, but not so much that we get into combat with the orcs next turn.
Exactly. So, and then in your next,
I want to move up.
Yes, but that is 2d6.
Oh, is it 2d6? Okay.
And then. So you're absolutely fine. No dramas. So he can move up a bit more as well.
Then crossbows probably want to stay still to shoot more
accurately.
Yes. And then this lad to go up in the back.
Now he could move up to 10. And realistically, he is very, very tough. I mean, he might die to the...
Okay, so yeah, I think we'll stay out of charge range for this turn, because he said that he gets extra damage on the charge or something like that.
That is true.
So we'll try and road kill some orcs.
That's true. So you're just out of 10 inches. If that's the case, just go a smidge back, because he needs to be over 3 inches to roadkill.
Fair enough. Yeah. Be good.
And then that is all of your movement. You get a free pivot on your cannons, because cannons can't normally move and shoot, but they can do a free pivot. So if you wanted to shoot over here, you would have to pivot your cannon to be able to do that.
Let's go for the central mob, perhaps.
Central mob. He's concentrating fire on the centre. The knights will clear away the flanks, and the cannons will clear away the front.
Optimistic as to what they can kill, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Do you want to see if you can dispel my Foot of Gork? We should have done that in the strategy phase. So you need to get a 5 on 2 dice. There you go. So,
9. Okay.
give me that template back.
Your cat isn't stomping anymore.
My cat isn't stomping anymore.
I mean, it's still mad.
Yeah, not right now. And okay, so we're a little bit all over the place. But that's because we're just doing it in the fun. We're just chilling. So now we get to do. We've done movement. You could. What's the range on that spell? You won't need to worry about Curse of Fire Attraction. You will probably want to start thinking about casting Pillar of Fire.
Okay. How do we do that then?
Now you can do it at any point in your shooting phase, but just it's putting a small template down that you can control, but you can't kill anyone with it this turn. But it moves every turn, so you can kill people in my turn with it.
Let's have a go at casting then.
Okay, so that's a 10.
10 plus is casting.
Plus 4, so it's definitely gone off. I have to try and dispel it. Now, can you measure from this stick guy here if I'm within 24? No, not quite.
Possibly not.
No, so I have to go with this guy and said he's only a level 2, so it's going to be a bit harder, but see if I can get it off. No. So you successfully cast the Pillar of Fire. It's a slightly wonky template, but this part action template, it's it's a 3-inch template, so it's the inner circle.
Inner circle, okay. So basically 12 inches far forward from him then?
I believe, is it 12 inches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Round about there.
Yes, perfect. And then next turn you can start moving it, and you can control it.
So
and
you can scorch some advance the orcs?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can do the rest of your shooting. So what are you thinking of next? Hellblast of Oligan, maybe?
Okay, we'll find out what that one does. Go for it.
You need your artillery dice, this one.
Okay.
Okay, now this fires. You roll the dice 3 times, adding the dice, the number together. Okay, so which unit are you picking first?
Sweet.
These ones? Okay.
The central mob, so we've got...
That's bad.
Yeah.
So you have a choice.
What does the engineer man do?
You can re-roll it.
Go on then, we'll try re-roll them.
It's an 8. So we'll remember 8. Okay, next one. Another 8, so 16. Next one.
Great so far.
6. So 22 shots. So we've got some extra dice here behind you.
Come on, shall we do 11 twice?
11 twice. Is that the... Okay, so you'll be hitting on 5 because of long range.
You got this.
I mean, I am worried. Hellblasters are amazing.
So we've got 5 hits there.
5 from the first wave.
Then we've got another... Seems like shooting good.
Another 4. Yeah. So 9 total.
And what's it to wound then?
It will be 3s because I'm T4 and you are strength 5. Your wounding is shocking.
Not as good as the hitting.
You really are shocking. Now, the ones that are 6s that go up to AP 3, the ones that are not 6s are AP 1, but I am only a 6 save, so it makes no difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, that's not quite 25%. You need to kill 1 more. If you kill 1 more, it will force a panic test.
Should we shoot him with a big cannon then? See what happens there?
Yes. Well, actually, have you got a tape measure?
Mm-hmm.
See if you're within 12 inches with your steam tank.
Might not because he was back.
No, not quite.
Base to base.
Okay, so not quite. So you could shoot with your steam cannon, but if you get within 12 inches, you can fire a grape shot out of it.
Okay.
Which is like a bunch of... Roll this dice, it's that many automatic strength 4 AP minus 2 hits.
That does seem quite good.
So what are you going for?
Let's go. Should we go steam tank cannon into the Black Orcs?
Into the Black Orcs.
So, again, so
10 inches from the back.
10 inches from the back, so put it like here.
Just check something. It doesn't block line of sight. That's cool. Some templates do. I would have just let you move it, of course. Okay, so yeah. So you just need that dice first, but that's okay. So you're gonna hit the guy at the back because you measured 10 inches from the back. Okay, so you've actually landed. So you hit 1 guy. Okay. So do you wound him on a 2+ because it's strength 8? Yes. It's AP minus 2, so I will get a 5 up save. Nope. So 1 more Black Orc has died. There we are.
Good stuff.
Not quite as good as last time. He's overcooked it. Yeah. He's still ranged in for the previous location, but he's moved forward and the orcs moved forward. It's like, oh shit, we need to bring the cannon down a bit.
Go for handgunners next, maybe?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Let's throw them into the Wolf Riders.
Okay, so if you want to shoot these ones because you could potentially cause a panic test there.
Okay.
So it'll be 10 shots because you are on the hill.
And then what are we hitting on?
5 because it's just long range. Okay.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad. 3's to wound because it's strength 4 for toughness 3.
I've got 2.
2 because so it sounds kind of obvious, but for the viewers back home, that because I imagine there'll be a lot of your audience that will tune into this, and they'll probably be a bit curious, like how wounding mechanics work, because they'll be familiar with 40k. In 40k, obviously, you have to have double the strength to wound on 2s, and you have to be higher strength to wound on 3s.
Yeah.
In Old World, it's not quite like that. It's if you are if let's say I'm toughness 3, your strength 4, you wound me on a 3. If you're strength 5 and I'm toughness 3, you wound me on a 2.
Yeah, that's
So
it. Feels like the oldest.
It's the older way of doing things. Yeah. Now, did you shoot into these guys?
It was the
the Wolf Riders. So the advantage of handguns over crossbows is they're natively AP -1. So even though I've got light armor on these guys, pop. And now I need to take a panic test on my famously high goblin leadership. Oh dear. Hey! Snake eyes, baby. Rolling low is good in this game. Rolling, you want to roll under your leadership value, not above your leadership value.
Like old insane heroism, isn't it?
That is old insane heroism. Those gobos are like, those guns don't frighten us.
Yeah.
They should do. So you've done handgunners, you've done steam tank, you've done volley gun. What are you thinking next?
Last crossbow lad. Let's throw him.
Last crossbow lad into there. Okay, it's a hit. He wants it. It's a wound. It's a kill. I only have a 6-up save on these guys.
Good shot.
There you go. He's really upset about his mates dying, actually. He actually did like them, we decided.
Didn't seem very upset last time.
He's sticking around because he wants to avenge them.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So he is a hero after all.
He is a hero after all.
Let's go for the mortar. Should we throw it at these ones then if we've got line of sight?
Okay, so you're going to need big blast.
Big blast.
In the middle of the unit. Scatter dice and artillery dice. Roll it near the front so we know where it's going to scatter.
No, it's like directly left.
Now, you actually have line of sight, so it's only going to scatter an inch.
Okay, so we do get a good chunk of them.
So you're going to hit the whole unit.
Okay.
But
Go by it.
you're going to wholly hit... you're going to wholly hit, actually, friggin' loads of them. I think you would only not wholly hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is going to be 12 defo hits
So roll with 4 pluses
and 8 4+.
Yeah. It's like entirely unholy hit.
It hit exactly where it hit in the middle.
Yeah.
Not getting any others. No, I think it's strength 2s. I think it is 5s. But put the 4s to one side and we'll double check off camera.
Okay, so
It might be strength 3, you see.
just got the two 6s and then 4 4s.
Okay, so we'll cut there and we'll just double check. You see, this is an important learning game because you've just learned how shit mortars are. Because despite the fact that you just got basically the equivalent of a direct hit on a full unit, they're only strength 2. So you kill two
little goblins.
2 little goblins.
Okay.
People don't normally take mortars. I only put one in there so you could feel what it was like to use the indirect fire
random
rules.
scan.
Yeah. I do apologise now. Literally, it's the perfect target with the perfect direct hit, and it just does fucking nothing. Old World, baby!
I think it's got to be at least some like rolling. That didn't really give it too much of a fair chance.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's go for the cannon then into these lads.
These ones are these ones.
Let's go for these ones.
Okay.
So 10-inch from the back, so like that guy.
Yeah, perfect.
So like.
Now, I don't mean to alarm you, but if you roll a misfire here, you can't re-roll it. You only get one re-roll per engineer.
There's no chance of rolling another like.
That's okay. So now you need to roll the bounce.
So moves 2 and then
4.
4, so it's like 6 inches.
6 inches.
Directly away from the cannon, so we don't get to all of them then. So it's like 2 ranks maybe.
2, that's it. That's fine. So 2 2-ups.
Cocked.
Yeah, it's up to you, man. Yeah, so 2 dead.
2 smushed.
That will be a panic test though, because you volley gunned me. So I'll be on leadership 9. I will just pass. Leadership 10, because of Warband, but yes, either way, only just pass it. They're like, woo, this firepower's starting to be a bit sketchy.
Like, down a few of the units of Orcs and Myrtle. See if that's going to be enough to
5 crossbows.
make the guys in the...
Well, every one that you kill now is one that your state troops don't have to kill later.
True. We'll go for the crossbows. Should we fire into the goblin horde then?
Thin them out a bit.
Yeah, I feel like the trolls aren't going to go down anytime soon. So hitting on, was it 5s?
It will be from this range, yeah. Unless you're within 15?
No, I don't think so.
Well, actually, no AP on crossbows. But yeah.
One down. How many to go?
39.
39 to go. It's like, go on, 39 more turns like that.
39 more turns like that. Brilliant.
I think that's it for me then, unless there's anything else that...
I think that's it. Because we'll be doing most of my turn off camera again, we might as well do the Pillar of Fire. So you don't need the scatter dice. You just need to, I think, it moves D6 inches in any direction of your choice.
D6. Okay.
So it's technically happening at the beginning of my turn, but we might as well do it now. So 1. So
that's not as much as you'd want, really, is it?
Not enough. No CP reroll, I'm afraid.
No.
Doesn't exist.
Sometimes.
Sometimes indeed.
Well, hopefully this will be a bit of a roadblock in the way of like.
Well, I'm gonna try and dispel it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
but we'll see.
Wizard,
I may or may not manage it. All right. So we will be back at the end of my turn. I think the lines are going to clash now. Over on that flank, I think we'll get a bit of combat and we'll see how it goes. So, after a furious movement and shooting phase, I have done the sum total of sod all. Didn't kill the cannon with short bows, didn't kill the cannon with a vindictive glare, rolled a 2 to wound, and my bolt thrower missed the steam tank. Only thing I managed to do is get Foot of Gork again, which you failed to stop.
The cannon lives to mishap another turn.
Indeed. Well, it didn't miss out. Oh, no, it didn't miss out last time.
It was the
Hell Blaster. Yeah.
Gun, wasn't it?
Now, I've got a combat to do, so I thought we'd do it on camera. Okay. So what happened is you countercharged me, and you did get a 5 you got a 5 on the D3, which means that you're initiative 6 and I'm initiative 6, so we fight at the same time now, which is bad for me because I want to strike first, because anyone that I kill wouldn't have got to fight back. Okay. So as it is, I will just roll my dice first, and then you can roll your dice second, and then we'll. But anyone who I kill will still get to fight.
Sounds good.
So, I have got 5 guys in the front rank. The one in the middle is a champion. That will give me 6 attacks. I am weapon skill 2 versus weapon skill 3, but I still hit you on 4s. It just means that you actually weapon skill 4. It still means I hit you on 4s. It just means that you hit me on 3s back. Okay. So, I got a hit. I did wound you at AP -1, so you're on a 4-up save.
Go on.
You have survived. That is bad for me. I then have five wolves that get to attack. I've got 2 hits. I got a wound. You get a 3-up save against this. The wolf eats one.
One knight is brought down.
One knight is brought down by the wolf.
Yep. Maybe. Okay.
And then I've got 1 arrow lad that failed his impetuous test. He will go at the same time. He will fight. He will hit you. He won't wound you. The wolf will hit you and will wound you. Will I eat another one? No, you're fine. You're on a 3-up save against that. So you will get 8 attacks back. You have to do this guy into here. The other ones you can do all into here if you want to. Okay. Or you can do more. So these guys that aren't base to base can put their attacks one way or another. So it's up to you how you want to.
Shall we go? Yeah, let's focus on the.
Oh, you have. You have 8 attacks.
Seems like a sensible one to focus into the ones that do melee.
Okay.
So 7 into them.
7 into them, hit on 3s. You have hit 4 times.
And then wounding.
On 2s, because you have lances. So that's 4 dead.
Oh, is it? Fair enough. Good job, lads.
And then you have your 7 horses.
7.
Oh, you actually have an extra attack from a lance because you have a sergeant in there.
Oh, okay.
He hits. He wounds. So that's 5 dead guys. And then you have 7 horses that will get to fight. And they hit on 3s as well because my weapon skill is 2. Okay. And horses have got a better weapon skill than goblins.
That's unexpected, but...
Goblins are really bad. I told you goblins were bad.
I feel like we are feeling like
forced to
the superior cavalry at this point.
You have definitely got the superior cavalry. That's your kills there. So this is my saves. I save one more. So you killed 8 of me, and then you want to do your mano-a-mano combat here.
Go on then. Does he hit?
He hits and he kills. He skewers the gobbo. So dead.
Those guys have no trouble.
And well, this is Empire Knights are great. You were like, I thought the Ultimate Goblins were going to muller me in combat. Nah.
Yeah, I think I'm just, like I was saying before, I'm feeling like I'm just assuming that orcs in Warhammer get into combat with them, and you're in for a bad time, but not with small ones apparently.
Not with the small ones, and not in Old World. No. So I have badly lost that combat. So I need to roll a double one. There's a whole mechanic where basically we work out how many kills you've got, how many kills I've got, how many ranks you've got, how many ranks I've got, have you got a banner, have I got a banner, all this kind of stuff. But I can confidently say that I got absolutely smashed in that.
Which is something to do with how many kills versus each other.
And it sort of, you work out the total difference, and that's the negative to your leadership. Mm-hmm. I'm only like leadership 6 with a goblin. I definitely lost that by more than 6, so we're looking at a double one, or I am fleeing.
Okay.
No, they thought about it, but they are fleeing. Now you get a choice. Before you see how far I run away, you have to decide whether you want to test to restrain or pursue. Now, if you pursue, you get a chance to try and run me down. If you test to restrain, then you don't run me down, but you will get to reform. As it's your turn next, that means you could reform there and then start working down the flank. Okay. So it's your call, but until they're wiped out, you don't get the victory points for them. You only get like a little bit of the victory points.
Will they just keep on running off the board? Or
they could rally.
Okay, so
they could rally. They're not. They're not. It's not. They're not a lone survivor, so they could rally on a 6. They get a couple of chances to do that. So do you want to go for the points now, or do you want to try and go for the sweep, the flanky sweep?
Let's go for the flanky sweep then.
Okay, so test to restrain, leadership 8. You've got to get 8 or less. No, they've got bloodlust. Like, ride them down, man.
Like, you might have had like some thoughts about things, but no, we're just killing it, these guys.
So I rolled 2d6, and you rolled 2d6. So you got a 9. I got an 11, but you get to add Swift Stride, and I get to add Swift Stride. So you get to add a d6.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2, and you rolled a 6. So I got, that is 7, 13. You got 14, so you catch me. The official rule is you catch the curs. So you will move forward 13 inches, because that was where my furthest point was, and that's where you will end up. Okay. And
so they move 13 inches from where they were then?
Yeah, 13 inches straight forward.
Okay.
There you are. So you're slightly out of position, but it's a 6-turn game, and these guys move fast. So real chance you'll just
get themselves back in the fight.
Yep, maybe hit me in the flank. Maybe they knew better.
Yeah.
That's just a forest, so don't worry about that. We know we're going off that line there, not up there. Okay. And that guy's dead. But that is the end of my turn. We're going into your turn now. So we'll do movement off camera, because we've shown how that works a bit now, and we'll go into your favourite bit, which is shooting and stuff.
Sounds good.
Empire turn 3. We are motoring through this.
Sounds about right, yeah.
I can't believe how quickly it's going. So you've done a bit of movement off camera. You basically did a slow wheel all the way around here. Rather than doing a reform, which would have capped your movement, you've gone sort of an inch forward, an inch forward, an inch forward, which means you've got into the forest, which is good, because then you can charge through. It just means that next turn, when you do charge, you'll be charging out the forest, which could cause you some problems. But they're heavy cavalry. If they don't get into the fight turn 5, they'll definitely turn 4. They'll definitely get there turn 5, turn 6. Yeah.
I just want to get them smashing more stuff then.
Smashing more stuff, exactly.
Against the goblins.
Exactly, and it was good that you smashed it in my turn, because now in your turn you're in a. It's always better to kill someone in the enemy turn.
Go far around.
Exactly.
The centre, we've thrown the steam tank into the front one, and on the advice of Mr. Mordian Glory, rather than just throwing them all into the front ranks, which was my instinct, we've decided to do some formation tactics and pivot around. With the idea of like receiving the charges in a better way and keeping the trolls out of the fight, apparently.
Exactly.
So we'll see how that works out for us. But so far, it's just the steam tank road killing some of the big central unit.
So the steam tank charged first, which made room for your state troops to redress the ranks. You want to go wide, because if you charge with spears, then you only get to fight in one rank. And as you only had like 6 guys in the front, that wouldn't have been great. Yeah. By redressing the ranks, it means that you're going to get to fight with all the people on the front and on the second rank as well, and you've still got enough guys on that third rank to be able to
take some casualties and get a
combat bonus. Also, you didn't want to charge me because I was behind the defended obstacle. Now, when I charge you, the obstacle will. I don't think you're not defending the obstacle, but it'll make it like -1 to my charge. Also, you will fight at initiative 4. Not that it'll make a big difference, but the point is you'll just get a lot more attacks. Spears gives you a better initiative on the charge, but it's only +1, so rarely does it help. Yeah. But sometimes it does. And then over here, if you had charged me, I would definitely have gone into the flank with the trolls.
There with the trolls,
and that would have been bad.
It would have not ended well for the Hellbard then.
Yeah, exactly. Halberds don't beat trolls. Trolls smash the piss out of them. As it is, now my trolls aren't in range to charge you, and my goblins, when they charge in, I'll have a few more attacks, but goblins, as you've seen, are not the thing you need to really worry about.
Not as bad as expecting.
Exactly. So now on to your favourite bit. Yeah, the shooty.
Shoot some guns.
Now, I would recommend you shoot those gobbos.
Yeah, so I was going to go with the handgunners to try and see them off.
So you'll get 9 shots because you're on the hill, which lets you fight in 2 ranks. There's a scatter dice in there.
Oh, so there is. And are they more accurate because they're closer, or?
You should be within 12 inches now, so you hit on 4s.
Okay.
That's
not the roll we wanted.
See, your guys are better at firing at range, it would seem. Kill on a... Oh, no!
I bet it's not a 1.
Oh, no! Okay, so... Oh, the Foot of Gork killed the last crossbowman. Just a quick side note. So that didn't go to plan.
Yeah.
So now you want to think about using your big guns.
Am I supposed to be doing magic at some stage? Or?
Yes, you don't need it right now.
Okay,
you just need it for Pillar of Fire.
After the shooting, yeah.
Yeah, you just... Curse of Our Attraction wouldn't help you at this point because you couldn't see... You just when the moment you get Pillar of Fire, that's really the only spell you care about. Okay. The other ones are fine, but we don't worry about them.
Sounds good to me. Then should I attempt to land the mortar on these lads?
You can do.
Should we throw it in? Can I throw it into them?
You can, but it could scatter onto your own men.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so you go for the centre of the goblin unit.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, so roll it here, just so we've got it. The scatter dice near to the unit. It's a direct hit. It's not scattering anywhere. Last template should be in the bin behind you. There we go. So it's going to go in the centre of the unit.
I'll let you be the judge.
Which is going to get... I think you are going to get 12 bang on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bang on, 12 possibles.
Okay, we'll go for the 12 possibles first then.
There we go. 4 ups.
So...
Technically, it's better than last time.
Slightly, isn't it?
You just
got 4.
Apparently,
16.
You can't roll 4s worth dick. No. 3s and 5s, they're your jam, but 4s are bad.
Go on then, so that's 16.
16, 5s.
So we've got...
It will kill on 5s, to be fair.
That's not too bad, to be fair. That's 6 slain.
6 slain.
That's a bit better than his last outing.
It was a lot better than his last outing. There we go. Well, casualties beginning to mount, but we have the bodies to absorb it. That's not enough for a panic check, unfortunately. You need to do 25%.
Should we go with the crossbows into the trolls, potentially?
Yeah, 5 shots. I think you'll probably be in half range now.
They were within 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Were those around, so hit it on 4s, is that?
4s, yeah.
Go on, let's have them.
Oh, he's doing better. 4s to wounds. 2 wounds. So I've got 2 6-ups, 1, and then a 5-up regen. Yes. They're having none of it. Good old regen.
So big guns then, I suppose.
The big guns are going to have to do it.
Yeah. Should we go for the volley gun into the?
Yes, I think that would be a great idea. Okay, so you need your.
It's the one way.
Here you go.
We'll ask them not to blow up very nicely.
So roll this 3 times, one after the other. 10. It's a good start. 4. 14 in total. 2. Now.
So I could re-roll that at the risk of a...
Or your engineer has a second half to his ability where he can make the volley gun hit on ballistic skill 4 rather than ballistic skill 3, which means you would hit me on 3s at that range. So, and the prevailing wisdom is go for, if you don't get a misfire, go for the extra bonus to hit. Okay. So it'd be 16 shots, hitting on 3s,
seems sensible.
Killing on 2s.
Godly firepower of the Empire here.
There are 3 things that make the Empire great. Faith, steel, and gunpowder.
Okay, let's try and blow up some wolves. I've even hit the dice tray with that one.
Hopefully I was going to hope that represents the actual hitting ratio, but I don't think it does. One more on the centre there. One, two.
Two there, yeah.
And then
do you say
twos. Strength 5 versus T3. They're all dead.
Wow.
Those ones are AP3.
Yep.
So they're really dead. So,
I can see why you said that guy was enjoyed by people.
Yeah. The volley gun is great, man. It's absolutely amazing. It's not that good at long range because it's hitting on like 5s a lot of the time. But the moment you get it close range, which is 12 inches, and then you don't need to use the reroll for the misfire, it just goes and just fucking kills everything. Yeah, absolutely annihilates it.
Absolutely obliterated. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for cannon to these guys again,
if
that's allowed.
Quick side note, normally when goblins die, they cause when a unit dies it causes panic, but it has to be within 6 inches. I wasn't within 6 inches of them, and orcs ignore goblin panic because orcs don't care about goblins.
That makes sense.
There's actually a tactic that some people do if they're facing Bretonnians, is they'll make a line of goblins at the front, let all the goblins get obliterated, the orcs don't panic, and then they countercharge. Yeah. Are you doing a cannon?
We'll go for the cannon then.
Are you going for these guys?
Yeah, these guys. That's
because you can't go for the
one
that's in combat. Yeah.
Go on then. We've got an
8. So probably
might
land on the
over the unit.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go completely over the unit, but
so it's going to land. So it's going to be 2 inches from there. So I think that's about 2 ranks.
2 ranks, yes. Well, it's going to land on 1 rank, and then if it bounces, then it'll get 2 ranks. If you get a misfire, it just sticks in the ground.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Misfire, you can't use your reroll because you've already done the +1
so
to hit.
Just 1, 2 plus to
1, 2 plus to kill, and
we got 1
splat.
Excellent.
Yeah, cannons are better for killing monsters, but that's why I gave you 1 of each, so you can have a little feel for each one. Cannons can also do something called grape shot. So if I get within 12 inches, you roll this dice, and that's how many automatic strength 4 hits, AP-2 hits you get.
Yeah, so just blasting apart an infantry unit.
Yeah, well, it's often I end up facing against orcs and goblins quite a lot, and what really, really upsets them is when they're like, I've got 5 wolf riders, they're gonna like harass you and get to comp with you, and I just go bang,
and they're gone.
Just bang, and the dirt is gone, the green is gone. So I think that's all you're shooting. Pillar of Fire.
Yeah. So 2d6 to cast.
2d6 to cast, and I will try and
probably wanting to put it somewhere near the front.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's a 7 plus 4. That's an 11. So I need to get an 8 on 2 dice to stop you with my level 4. No, not denied. So we need the wonky bolt action template. It's just in the corner there, and you can place it sort of in the way. Now that way, what happens is you want to place it in the way there, and then in the beginning of the turn, push it through my unit to burn me.
So go there and then attempt to land on there.
Exactly. You can easily, easily put it there. All right, so shall we do a combat?
Sounds good to me.
So, first thing you do is D6 plus 1 impact hits from the steam tank.
Okay, think big.
That's pretty big. That's 5.
Big enough for me.
So now you need to roll 5 to wounds of 2. That's pretty good. It's AP-2, so I get a 5 up save. I save 1, so I lose 4. Crunch. Then we go to normal attacks. You have 1 normal attack. It's the engineer trying to poke me in the face with a protractor.
Go for it.
He has hit. He has not wounded.
Oh no, the protractor came up short against the orc armor.
Yeah. Then I get to hit you back. Now I've got 4 black orcs, including a boss with great weapons, but you ran me over, so they don't get to fight. So it's just my boss that gets to fight. So my war boss is hitting you on 2s because he's weapon skill 7 versus your weapon skill 3. He's hit you 3 times. He is wounding you on 5s because he's strength 6 versus toughness 7. He has got a wound. Now that is going to be a 6 up save for you because AP-3. Nope, so you take a wound. So we know you've got 9 left, so we'll get you a dice to mark that up in a moment. Now you get to do your stomp attacks. This is essentially representing you grinding forward. So you do D3 plus 1.
Okay, we've got...
Oh, he's got the big 4!
Big.
These are going to wound on 2s. That's all of them. And I get to save on 5s. That's not so bad. So I'll lose 2 more.
Pretty solid work.
All right. That is pretty solid work, not going to lie. So now we get to combat resolution. Now how it would work is... I did 1 wound to you, and you did 6 wounds to me. So you would have like just use dice to represent. So you would get 6 points. We're both close order, which means I would go up to 2, and you would go up to just past me.
To 7.
Up to 7. And then I've got a banner and you don't, so I would go up to 3, and you stay on 7. So I would lose by 4. So I'd have to take a leech test at -4. But my Black Orcs have got stubborn, which means the first time that they have to take a leech test, they just fall back in good order.
Mm.
They don't have to.
Yes, they're happy then.
So what happens is. I sort of do a half flee, so I roll 2d6 picking the highest, and that's how far I fall back, and you can choose to pursue or test to restrain like last time. So it's up to you.
What do you reckon then? So we'll pursue them, keep them in combat, and make them more noise as opposed to giving them the charge. Maybe?
Yes, you don't want to give me the charge to get +1 attack for each guy on the charge.
Okay, probably do that then, I guess.
So I'm only going to go back 2 inches.
And what do I do? Is it 2d6 or 1? Or?
You can't fail it, but yeah, you would do 2d6, and then you go in. Now, when I fall back in good order, I do get to redress the ranks, which will allow me to put 1 extra guy on the front. That's it. Now, the reason this is actually quite important is because I only went back 2 inches. You need to be able, when you follow up or charge, you need to go at least 3 inches to get your impact hits.
Okay, so if you'd fallen back further, then
1 more inch, and you would have. So that's actually quite lucky for me.
Killed another.
Yeah. So you're still going to get to protract to me, and you're still going to get to grind me, but you're not going to get
another swath of
exactly
smashed orcs.
Exactly. So, but it's still good for you. Yeah. That's still good for you. That's my main unit that you're kind of dealing with. Now, I did lose a combat within 6 inches, so I do need to take a panic test. But as both these units are above half strength, they'll just fall back. They won't. If they fail, they'll just fall back. They won't full flee. So this one is on leadership 10. That'll be okay. Well, maybe not. Oh, no, they're going to fall back in order. And these guys will stick. So the goblins, amazingly, are brave. The orcs are going to go back 6 inches. That is actually going to make it really hard. I think they were... How far? Was that going to make it an impossible charge for them next turn? Or were they within 4? Yeah, that's going to make it an impossible charge. Do you know what? Every time I use Orc Boys, they always shit the bed. Can you just put your finger there?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
6 inches back.
Yeah, 6 inches back from the front.
Is that large?
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. They always shit the bed. God damn it, Orc Boys. I've never...
It's supposed to be like... Keen for the fight, lads.
They're meant to be keen for the fight. I cheaped out and didn't take a BSB. If I'd taken a Battle Standard Bearer, I would have been able to reroll that. Yeah. But I didn't, so I can't. All right.
They cost a lot.
I
guess it's
about 60 points. And then
that's a lot.
It's not too bad. I shouldn't have cheaped out. I should have done it. Lesson learned. Anyway, that was Empire turn 3. We're now going to go over to Orc and Goblin turn 3. This is going a bit squiffy, but we'll see if we can break this flank, start working our way down, and maybe try and hold against these guys. We might get some results, but let's see what happens.
Just craftily getting away from the Pillar of Fire. Maybe they had their own best interest in that.
Well, that is true. That's true. With the way the Pillar of Fire works, you wouldn't be able to put it through here. No. Because you would hit your steam tank, and because I moved 6 inches away from it, even if you roll a 6, it'll just stick in front of me again. So it's not the end of the world.
It saved one guy's life then.
Yeah, it's we've basically gone fire.
But anything. Let's not charge through that. Lads.
Don't like fire. All right. On that note, we'll be back with a summary of Orc and Goblin turn 3. Turn 3 for the Orcs was pretty eventful. I'm not going to complain. I've been a little worried how things have been going, but as it is, we sort of start feeling it's starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit more like Goblin supremacy more than the Orcs, but
I think Goblins are great.
I think they're the real heroes of this one so far.
You know what? I say that every time I use them. So in this term, I turned the Goblins here, and they fired everything they could into the horsey guys. Between that and magic and everything, we were able to kill 3 of them. That's not too bad. And then I actually managed to get a charge off against the spearmen. Now, I know you're thinking, but Mordian, you said you couldn't do the charge. You would be too far away. I remembered I had the spell, Here We Go. So I cast Here We Go on that unit, and they went psh, and they were able to go in there. Unfortunately, that ended up being a bit of a bad thing because they laminated themselves against the spearmen. Because the spearmen got like 17 attacks or something insane.
Even after they took some casualties, yeah.
Just like stabbing the absolute balls off me. So you stabbed me up, but I did manage to kill 3 of you with my big chopper, which is kind of good. And then over here, I've actually beaten the steam tank down to 6 wounds. It makes such a difference when you don't have those impact hits. I feel like the steam tank will slowly grind through me. I will slowly grind through the steam tank. And it's going to be 50-50 which battered and bloodied survivors are going to emerge from that particular combat. I did drive it back 2 inches. As for the goblins over here, the nasty skulkers came out and were able to kill 1. The spears were able to kill a couple more. But we did take 5 casualties in return. We did lose the combat, but we were able to just give ground. So that wasn't so bad. And in all fairness, I feel like this centre is just buying time until the troll squig flank attack starts coming in, because we've still got turns 4, turns 5 and turn 6. There's a lot of turns when my main damage dealers can start getting involved, but it's going to be tough. I'm going to have to try and take a charge from the knights, which will be, I will get to stand and shoot, but still, and I'm going to have to weather the awesome firepower of the Hellblaster volley gun and the cannon and the handgunners, which I feel like these guys aren't going to be long for this world. But we shall see. So with all of that said, let's head over to Empire turn 4. And I think we'll do charges and stuff off camera, and we'll come back with a bit of shooty and choppy. Turn 4 for the Empire. Charge here. Another couple of knights bit the dust on the stand and shoot. Yeah. They've been remarkably good at tanking spears and stuff, but arrows apparently are.
Yeah, so I had survived the goblin wolf riders, and then 6 of them go down to like goblin arrows. Nothing else. Not even like the shaman that killed anyone.
No, I don't think so. And then you reformed here because you kind of want to shoot here, and then maybe in a following turn do a supporting attack over here, a supporting charge as it were. And then you moved your brave crossbowmen up to do... You march them so they won't be able to shoot this turn, but the idea is that they are going to...
Buy 1 turn of safety from the murderous trolls.
Exactly, buy 1 turn of safety from the murderous trolls. So, let's go into your shooting... Oh, spells. You curse of bullet attraction on here. I say bullet because there's no arrows going towards them. And then also you got Oaken Shield on your wizard, and then join this unit so that whole unit's got a 5-up ward now, which is great. You don't need Arcade Energy, and you'll be doing Pillar of Fire momentarily.
Okay. Should we start with that one then before we forget?
Pillar of Fire. So I can't dispel this with this guy now because he's in combat. So I'll only get to dispel it with a guy who gets +2 versus your guy with +4.
Let's see if we can cast it then,
So that will goes off on a 9. So I will need to roll an 8 on these 2 dice.
Okay.
I do not, but I don't blow up again.
Okay, that's
yeah, he blew up. He blew up in in my last turn trying to cast stuff.
So we need 12 inches somewhere that goes off a unit then. So
yeah, so you can place it behind like there.
Yeah, guess so.
And you can move it. Depending on how combats go, you could use that quite effectively.
So it's like this only work, wouldn't it, if I either push you back into it or they break combat somehow?
Yeah. And it only burns me in your turn. If I move onto it and stuff, it just counts like difficult terrain, essentially. The fire is only hot sometimes,
that makes
apparently. Sense. It doesn't make sense, but it's a balancing thing.
Yeah.
So other shooting, where are we going next? Your new favourite toy?
Yeah, I guess the big polygon thing into these guys.
Okay, first dice. Here we go. It's a 4. Next dice. It's a 10. That's 14. Next dice. It's an 8. That's 22. I would recommend you use the +1 to hit.
I feel like it worked out quite well for just absolutely...
Are you within 12 inches? That's the biggie.
Let's have a look.
I hope so. I've nicked your tape measure now. I think you should be. Yes, you are. I think from...
Ooh, it's close.
Or is it just out?
I think it is just out from beyond.
It's a smidge out. Okay, so still hitting on 4s is fine. 22 shots, hitting on 4s. Can you blast my ass? We're going to find out.
We have 11 dice. Okay, so hitting on 4s.
Hit on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Because of Curse of Bullet Attack, there's a 6 there.
That's a good point.
Ooh, try again.
Can't even hit the table.
Can't even hit the table. It didn't convert?
No. And then
3s to wound. 3s to kill, even. That's very good.
That's not bad.
Oh, dearie me.
For shooting.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 dead orc boys, then the dead orc shaman, then I got a 6-up save, no, and then that one goes through, and I'm dead because I only have 2 wounds.
Wow,
I think.
mate.
I'll just check. Yes, I'm dead with... That's like 400 points. Just... There you go. All goners. Curse of... See, it's because you... It was the curse of arrow attraction.
Possibly.
It just twatted me. That's...
You only needed half his shots as well.
Yeah, you only need half the shots. There you go.
I've seen that volley gun.
Other shooting is going to be kind of difficult for you now, but you can just try and cannon this.
Yeah.
Just 10 inches from the back. Just kill it.
But it doesn't do anything though. So.
You can bounce it. You can bounce it through the squigs as well if you want to, because you can see anywhere. Because you're on a hill, you're on an elevated position.
It's like, could you in theory like land it like here for that gap?
No, so you can't bounce it through units. Oh no, no. Woo. Yes, you could thread the needle there. Yes, you could. Oh no, because you'd be seeing through your own volley gun. I think that'd be. I will allow it because it's funny. But you'd have to think about where it would end up placing. So you
can draw a line of sight for here, which doesn't go through the volley gun.
Look at him. He's one game in and he's cheesing it. I'm so proud.
It's a big boom gun. You've got to shoot the biggest thing.
I will allow it. But I think you'll have to place it there. So it might not be quite 10 inches from the back.
No, I think the furthest I can push it away is here. So it's like... It's
okay.
Going to be quite close.
So do your artillery dice.
I mean, it's probably going to skip straight over the trolls, but I think that's better rather than like shooting something that I'm not as... horrendously scared of as those guys. So
8.
Yeah, that's probably going to skip straight over them.
Let's have a look, see if it goes straight over.
Yeah, so here to here. Possibly, I don't know. I think it's close enough that,
okay, we'll bounce it, because it might bounce into the arrow boys.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So, go again. No, 4, no, so it just sort of rolls to the
like
very close.
Literally out of the elves roll would have got something there. But...
If you got a 6, you would have probably got the troll then.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Okay.
But it was
that was definitely worth going.
You haven't used a reroll. You could reroll that bounce. Or you could reroll the 8 and try and get a lower result. But you could reroll it into... If you reroll the first dice and you roll into a misfire, you could blow up. If you roll the second dice, you want to try and roll higher and kill an arrow boy, so it's your choice.
Go on, we'll reroll the first one then.
Reroll the first one.
I feel like I've seen the second one though, so it's a bit right.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Go on, I'll reroll the second one then.
Well, you can just reroll the whole thing. I don't matter. So reroll the first one with the engineer.
Okay. It's a 2.
It's a 2. So now you want to reroll. What would the second one be?
So I want something that's less big.
8. So you hit the troll. There you go.
Okay.
Because that's the way that is the fair way of doing it. Because you could absolutely have risked it on the first dice if you wanted to. Okay, so 2 to wound the troll.
Let's smush one troll.
It's a wound. It's AP 5. That goes to my 6-up save. But I have a regen on a 5-up. I just stop it.
Sweet.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Just catch the cannonball, throws it back.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, it's a troll, man. He just goes, ooh. What's this? Just like eats it. Like,
thank you for my stone.
Yeah.
Mortar on these, I guess, then?
Yes, absolutely. Mortar in the centre of the... just pivot the mortar, because you could have... Okay. You need to pivot it, but you could have absolutely done that.
Okay,
Yeah. All right. That's a direct hit. Oh, no, it goes... Because you're firing indirect, it goes the little arrow. So, no. I'm mixing 2 different game systems up there. Please forgive me. It just gets a direct hit. And you are going to basically get the whole unit. But you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 partials. So you get 16 hits and 4 partials. So 4 maybes.
Is that heresy for the small one, or is that something different?
What's that?
For the other mechanic, is that heresy for the scatters down the small arrow thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so two of those hit then, so is that?
18.
18.
But running on 5s.
Let's try and flatten some squigs.
Yeah.
So that's 15 so far. 16, 17,
18.
So
only 5s.
I don't know. No, actually, that's not terrible.
6,
Yeah, that's
5,
average, isn't it?
6. Okay, so there you go. Kill 6 guys. Now, normally that would cause a panic test, but squigs are immune to psychology.
Makes sense.
So it doesn't.
Squigs care not.
Squigs care not.
Should we go into combat then?
I think we should go into combat. Now, it's your turn, so you get to pick which combat you want to do first.
I mean, they're going to all be resolved in order, aren't they? But yeah, let's go for it.
The only reason it matters is for causing panic tests and stuff.
Okay, so in case like one thing flees into another or something.
Exactly.
Okay, go for these then.
So you've got 4 attacks because you've got a sergeant.
Thank you.
That will be 2 hits. And you will kill 1. And then you've got 3 horses, which are hit on 3s.
Got to step up now, horses.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's not worked.
Okay, so you've killed 1. Now I'm going to have basically 3 normal goblins. One normal goblin's died, so I've got 2 normal goblins and my sergeant on the front rank. Hit on 4s. 1. No. And then I'll have my gobbo shaman. He is a big shaman, so he might be slightly better.
Cool about this really if it's like they just take a charge from the spear riders, just don't care at all, just murder them all in the enemy turn, and then...
No. So congratulations, I haven't wounded you.
Oh, okay.
But it's still not great for you.
No.
So you did a wound, and you are close order. I did no wounds, but I am also close order. Also got a banner. Also got 2 ranks that I can claim. So in total, you will lose by 2. So you'll be leadership 6.
Let's see what we can do.
You will give ground.
Okay.
I have to follow up.
Yeah, that's unusual.
So the only issue for you now is you don't get to use your lances. We'll just do that. You don't get to use your lances because you only get to use lances when you charge or when you follow someone up. So you're just fighting with hand weapons now. So you're hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s next time. So your knights are basically the same as your horses next turn. But hey, it's not bad.
Yeah, no.
Could have been worse.
Better than it could have been.
Could have been worse.
Night goblins are the hard counter to super cavalry.
Well, you joke, but actually they are, because if I was playing a more ruthless list, you would have gone to charge me. I would have gone fanatics, because you can release them when someone comes to charge you. So they charge for you, just go
torn down.
Fanatics are so good, but they're also really mean. Okay, that's not in play. Your Pillar of Fire is in play. Which combat do you want to do next out of these 2?
Guess the steam tank.
Okay, now you will my boss will go first.
Okay.
And you gave ground, so I don't have a charge here. I just have my boss fighting normally. I will hit you. I am double +1, so I hit you on 2s. And looking for 5s. So that'll be 2 6-ups, please. So you pass 1.
So down to 5.
Down to 5 wounds. And then I will have... I've got... everyone else has got great weapons at this point. So they will strike at initiative 1. So then you protractor me with your engineer. See if you can kill one. Hitting on a 4. Nope. No. Then I will hit you back with my guys. I've got sergeant plus 4 of the guys. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Ooh, that's pretty good. So those are at -3 because of great weapons have got armor bane. Those are at -2. So 6-ups.
-3s?
No.
-2s.
So you take another 3 wounds. So 2 left. Yeah. We're firing the steam tank. Fucking. Okay. And now you get to run me over D3 +1.
Go on, you got this. Think big.
That is big. So 2s. Okay, 4. I will be on I'm on great weapons now, so I will be on a 6-up save. I stop one of them, but I will lose 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me just move those over a bit. So, I think I won combat because I've got a banner. So I think I did. You're on 6 wounds. You're down to 2. So I've done 4 wounds. So you just all you do is give ground.
Gradually carrying the steam tank back.
Yeah, but you've only got 2 wounds left. It's just been the first time I've ever killed a steam tank. You know, if I get it, I'm kind of excited.
Can it blow up or anything when it does?
No, sadly not. It can a sort of. The squigs blow up. The steam tank just sort of disassembles. Yeah, sadly. I don't think so. I'll double check, but it used to blow up, but it gets a bit fucked up if you roll a double one when you're trying to move it because the steam, the pressure, but it doesn't.
Yeah, might blow it. Yeah.
I think it takes like a wound or something.
Nice. Big unit then.
Big unit. Now, in initiative order, I believe Nasty Skulkers actually technically go first. They do. So the Nasty Skulkers all go first. Hitting you, I'm just attacking the unit, so hitting you on 3s. Wounding you on 4s. 1 wound, no AP, so 1 6-up save. Nope, so you've lost a halberdier. And then your boss will go, your general will go next. So he's got 4 attacks. He will hit 3 times because you don't hit on 2s. Wounding on, he will wound on 2s though. So that's 3 6-ups for me. Nope, so I've lost 3.
Good job.
Then your captain will go next. 2 attacks hitting on 3s. 1 hit, wounding on 2s. 1 wound, and that's another 1 dead. And then our remaining blokes will fight at the same time. So, I've got spears and you've got halberds. So we'll do you first. You're going to have 4 attacks because you're going to 5 attacks because you've got 4 on the front rank and 1's your sergeant. So you've got 5 attacks hitting on 3s.
A whole load of spears, aren't you?
I'm going to have a whole load of spears, but you are wounding me on 3s as well. So that's 2 more 6-ups. Should make 1 of them. So I've lost 5. Now, this guy will still get to fight because we had the same initiative. My Nasty Skulkers have already been. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the front rank, followed by 10. So that would be 17. Minus 4, that will be 13. So 8, 10. Yeah, you're pretty disciplined. I don't think you'll lose the whole unit. So it's 13, wasn't it? And I am gobos, although that's been a buff. Yeah.
Also not a negative in this one.
I don't know. Maybe we spoke too soon.
Yeah, that wasn't your best roll.
Cock dice. 1, 2, 3. I don't think that was part of it. I think I only got 5 hits, so it will be 4 wounds though. To be fair, 6s because you just got light armor. Hey, so you lost 3.
So that's.
It's not a bit. I don't think you.
4 dead total.
So yeah, I don't think you lost the combat. So you lost 4. I lost 5. So you're ahead by 1. Both close order. Both got a banner. Both claiming 2 ranks this time. So the only difference is that you have got a magical standard. So you win by 2. That is probably a fail.
Still got your boss there, haven't you?
But I don't think he's high enough leadership to protect them. He's only leadership 9. That's going to be a fail. That's a full-blown flea. Oh my god, the goblins! They've broken at the worst possible time. So you want to pursue me here?
Yeah.
It's my 2d6 versus your 2d6.
Let's have them. We've got a.
He's got a 9. He just rolled a 9. No, it's all right. You got that fair and square. Just knock your dice over. You got a 9, so I need to get a 10 on 2 dice. Come on, gobbos! No! So I only go 5 inches back.
And we can't catch you.
And you catch me, and everybody dies.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's going horribly wrong. But you can move 5 inches further forward now. Just straight forward. So yeah, to about here, I think.
Just haven't managed to run into our own fire quite.
You have, but it won't burn you this turn. It's fine. It's just difficult ground, essentially. Now, it's not the end of the world, because my squigs can countercharge you. So yeah, it's good, obviously. It's
lots of gobbos there.
Yeah. There you go. Well, what an eventful turn 4.
That's pretty brutal for like.
So normally combat isn't that brutal.
Yeah.
Normally what would happen is we'd go back and forth a lot, but when you, again, this is why I should have brought a BSB, because I would have been totally fine.
With a reroll.
With a reroll. That's it. But I didn't get a BSB, so I'm not okay. In fact, that will cause panic on the trolls, actually, who are also going to fall back in good order, but because they can't full flee. And they are going to go back to here, basically. So it's not so bad.
Blocked off by the squids.
Exactly. Yeah, there we go. So, yes, I'm pretty certain that's how it works. Anyway, it's fine. So that is the end of turn 4.
That's a fair bit of carnage.
The Empire's holding the line. Look at the casualty difference. I need to smash the piss out of you over the next couple of turns.
Can start by dragging down those knights.
Well, we'll see. Why don't we see what happens at the end of Orc and Goblin turn 4? Turn 4 for the Orcs and Goblins went okay, reasonable. The Squigs charged the Halberdiers in the flank, which would be great. But then I rolled like piss, and I only killed 2 of them. And thanks to a combination of ranks and banners, they drew the combat. But that meant that they had a musician. So they won the combat. I just gave ground, but that allows the Halberdiers to reform. They could charge me next turn, which is a little risky, or they could go wide and take the charge. It depends on what they want to do about those trolls. The problem is if they charge me, of course, they might beat the Squigs, who are slightly further forward, but then
get absolutely
overrun into the trolls. Yeah, exactly. So I think maybe Operation Shoot Trolls, Take Charge might be a better way of doing it. Over here, we killed the steam tank! Hooray! The boss took off a wound, and the remaining 2 guys avoided the engineer's protractor, and were able to take off the last one. A double 6 to wound from them, which was very, very nice. We chose to overrun to try and get out of the charge arc of the spearmen, because we want to try and create problems for those for the Empire. Do they shoot the Black Orcs in their midst, or do they try and shoot the trolls? Are they going to help the spearmen, or are they going to help the halberdiers? We'll have to see. Over here, the Knight v Gobbo Archer combat. The Knights lost another guy, and you failed to wound me with your hand weapons.
Do we get one?
No.
No, it was
not
any...
a sausage. Yeah. So but you only gave ground. So you're slowly being dragged under a tide of little clawy bastards. It's the fact you don't have lances right now. You were wounding on 2s, now you're wounding on 4s, which is just
not quite as good.
No, massive difference.
Dragged down by weight of numbers.
Weight of numbers. Well, it's funny because when you actually look around the situation, you now have the weight of numbers.
No, the dead pile's looking impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to shoot the spearman with this guy, but I failed. He's done absolutely nothing. It says our bolt throwers are not as good as cannons.
It's going to hit and do something useful on the last turn, maybe.
I doubt it. So, we're going to go into turn 5 for the Empire. It's looking good for the Empire, but as we saw with the Goblins, one bad leadership, one bad combat could swing things. Mm-hmm. We will see if the Orcs and Goblins are able to claw something out of the bag here, or will the Empire line of spears, halberds and guns take the day. So we're back in turn 5. Turn 5 for the Auspex of Man, and I like it, you've been aggressive. A lot of players in your position now, they try and fall back, protect the guns, preserve points, but you're like, no, I want maximum scourage.
Yeah, I think we want to wipe out as many Squigs as possible. I think the trolls might concern me. It might not be the best idea to wind up overrunning into them, as you said, I might well do after killing Squigs. But at least we've killed some Squigs at that point, though. So
exactly. And, fortune favours the bold. As they say. So you've stayed in combat, obviously, over here. You went wide here to stop my Black Orcs from trying to manoeuvre around and sort of, for turn 5-6 chicanery. So now I had to charge you in there. We saw what happened last time I charged a bunch of spears. Hopefully it'll happen again this time. And then you charged in against the Squigs here, knowing that there's a chance that you kill the Squigs but maybe get diddled by the trolls. Wound dice, the trolls is there. You have put Curse of Arrow Attraction on this unit here, and you're hopefully going to shoot the crap out of me with the Hellblast of Oligon. And you have put Oaken Shield successfully on your own unit there. You don't need Arcane Urgency, so it's just on to shooting. You could go for a Pillar of Fire. I keep stopping the Pillar of Fire. It's been quite good, but we'll see. I won't. I think I'm going to struggle to stop it now unless I kill those knights. So there you go.
Throw a Pillar of Fire somewhere. So
I think it goes off, and I've already used my Fated to try and get rid of Curse of Arrow Attraction. So put it. To be fair, There's nowhere really it can go because of things are going to be stuck in combat, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they might wipe out these, so let's.
I'd either go there or I'd either go there or against the trolls, because against the trolls, I don't get a regen because flaming attacks stop regen.
Okay.
So if it in the long term over turn,
it matters.
Moving my turn, your turn, and so on and so forth, there's a chance that it might do something.
Sounds good.
So more shooting. I believe you're going to volley gun my Black Orcs. If I was a betting man,
Go for it. I think that it can't shoot anything else. These guys, they're 24 as well, so
yes.
So some of those could shoot, maybe not all of them. I think the guy at the back can't.
I think just miss out on 2, get the remaining 7, as it were. So who are you going to shoot first?
Let's go for the handgunners.
Okay, so 7 shots. Hit on 5s. Did you move?
Casually, I didn't move.
Did you twist, or did you stay still? I think you did. I didn't.
I honestly can't remember.
You thought.
Let's say I moved.
No. You thought about it, but didn't do it.
Okay.
So you hit on 5s. You're okay. So 2 hits. We did on 4s. No. It was a moot point.
Yes. We knew that guy's the main event anyway.
Volley gun time, baby. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's see what we got. Let's show me no mishaps.
That's a 10.
That's brutal.
That's an 8. Oh my god. Let me roll that one. That's a 4. 22 shots again. Hit on 4s again. Rerolling 1s again. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's just like don't roll mishaps, and then everything seems to work fine.
I'm loving it because I love my Empire volley gun, so this is just making me happy.
I've got rather savage rolls with that. I think I've only rolled 1 mishap this entire game, haven't I?
Rerolling that 1.
Hitting on 4s. Yeah.
Hits on 4s, rerolling the 1s. Yeah, you converted it. Nice. Winning on 3s. 6s are good. So 1 6. That is going to just kill an orc. And then how many of these are there? 6. Okay, so
again,
5 up.
Only half the shooting again.
5 up. He's dead. Then we get to the boss. So there's 4 left. The boss has got a 3 up save, so that goes to a 4 up. And then he's got a 6 up ward and a 5 up regen. Okay, so the boss has got a wound left. You get to roll your remaining 11 shots.
Okay.
Survive! These 2 are dead. The Black Orc boss is on a wound. A single wound.
Like how murderous this guy is, even on like half his shots. He rolls for the arrow.
Just for the ones, yeah. Curse of bullet attraction in this case. So not as good.
3s to wound, is it? Or is it?
It's probably 4s to wound at this point, but still.
It's good, it seems.
Okay, we'll do the 2 AP3 ones first. So that's 6 up. 6 up. Different dice. 5 up. No. Not a sausage. His troll hide trousers could not protect him. And the Black Orc War Boss has fallen. That is a huge amount of points for the Empire. I suspect the Empire are probably going to have this one in the bag now. But would you like to cannonade my trolls?
Go for it then. So we'll go for 10 inches in front of them, I guess.
Yeah, you only don't need the scatter dice this time.
Okay, that's a good point.
So we know it's 10 inches from the front.
So
you hit the back troll. Perfect.
So that's that.
Roll to wound on a 2 up. Yeah, and then a 5 up regen. No. So roll a dice, because it's D3 plus 1 damage. So actually, you don't get a drop. His belly's still full from the last cannonball, so it just bounces off that cannonball. It's like, boys, like, oh, my tummy hurts. All right. The mortar. Now, I'd recommend the arrow, boys.
Yeah, I feel
you could go for the trolls. You could go for the trolls.
I feel like it's probably going to end badly. I'm going to go for the arrow boys, I think.
Okay, so go around that side with your scatter dice and your artillery dice.
Okay, so centre of the arrow boys units. So scatters that way by a long, long way.
I think, even though you have line of sight to them, I think 7 inches is still going to be no-brainer.
Is that like, is it minus something, or is it
It's,
like...
even with -3, that's, no-brainer.
Then these
you could re-roll the artillery dice, because you haven't used it for your engineer yet.
Do you re-roll both, or...?
Just the artillery dice.
Just the artillery dice?
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, equally bad.
He's just like, yep, it's definitely going over there.
Good shot.
Good shot, old boy. Now it's time for you to pick a combat.
These ones, I guess.
All right. So you will have the advantage of initiative. So you will fight with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 halberdier guys.
We start with that then.
Yeah. You're hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits.
2 wounds, I think.
2 wounds, 2 dead. And then you will fight with your captain. Initiative here doesn't matter massively because you are all striking before me, so it's fine. So 2 attacks from the regular captain. He misses with both, and then 4 attacks from the general. He hits twice because he is weapon skill. I believe he's weapon skill 5. Just check your captain of the empire. It's near the front of the empire bit. Keep nearly there. I think it's just literally 1 page more. 1 more. There, commanders of the empire. What is the weapon skill? Oh, it's 5. It is 5.
Yes.
So yeah, you hit on 3. So you got 2 hits.
Oh, okay.
And then wounds 2s. It'll be 2s to wound.
Okay. I'm not sure I rolled them all, is it already, but
I think you did, but it's okay. You killed 2 more. It's fine. That is going to kill those 2. So you kill 4 off the front. I'll get 2 squig attacks back on you. Hit you once. And I will wound you. So you get a 6-up save. No, so you do lose a guy. Now, unfortunately, for me, there are no herders left in that unit. Which means that the squigs explode.
So they go run rampant.
They run rampant. Squigs gone wild. Squigs, squigs, squigs. So, every unit within 2d6. So that's just going to be here and here. And the arrow... No, the arrow boys won't be within 6 there.
I think they'll be out, won't they? Yep, they're out.
Every unit within 6 is going to take D3 plus 2 squig attacks. So your unit will take 3. 3 saves, please. 2 of those dice won't help you.
No, that is true.
So do lose 2 more guys. And then my trolls. You want to roll for my trolls? It's D3 plus 2. So that's 4. Wounding on 3s. 1, I get an armor save against. No, and then I get 2 regens. I pass both.
Nice. That guy is just like, I'll just tank everything.
No, just tank everything. He loves it. Although, unfortunately, that does mean they are dead. Now, you do get to overrun.
Okay.
If you don't want to overrun, you have the test to restrain.
I'm presuming I don't want to overrun it into the trolls because then do they just hit me and I don't get to hit back because
you want to test restrain because then you can try and burn the trolls before I charge.
Okay, let's go for that then.
You fail. You can re-roll it with the BSB.
Go for
it. You pass. So you can reform, and you absolutely want to reform like this so I don't get any sort of flanky bollocks on you.
That makes sense.
There you go. And then at the beginning of your turn, you can try, you move the template, burn the trolls. I don't get regen or save against it, which should take 1 out, which should give you a chance of killing the trolls in return.
So that finally kill the guy has taken just so many cannonballs,
so many
crossbow bolts and squig bites.
Now over here we are going to fight. We're going to fight. I just want to check. I feel like Night Goblins might actually have weirdly higher initiative, and I've been screwing myself over. I'm just going to check it now. We'll do it live.
I think for some reason I'm just supporting the Night Goblins at the
Night Goblins are great. So the boss's initiative, the Shaman is initiative 4. I feel like that means the regular goblins are going to be initiative 3. It would make a lot of sense to me if that was the case. Yes, they were. I think in previous editions they had a higher initiative, but lower leadership. But now they just have the lower leadership. They don't get the bonus. I wonder if goblins are. Oh, goblins are initiative 2. Oh, so they do technically have it. It's just gone.
Higher leadership, but goblins are just.
Goblins are proper shit. So we fight at the same time. So would you like to fight first, just for cinematic purposes?
Okay.
3 attacks because of the... you've hit once, 1 time.
I think I'm letting these guys down with my roll.
No. And then the horsies get 2 attacks. 1 hit.
Does it?
It doesn't wound. All right. So even if I don't kill anyone, I do get... I'm winning this combat.
Yep.
So...
Go on, Night Goblins.
5 attacks from the Night Goblin archers. We have hit you twice. Wounded you once. 3-up save. No.
Oh.
And then we've got the Shaman. No. But I am going to win by a banner and 2 ranks. So I'm going to win by 3.
Let's see what the leadership says then.
You are going to full-blown flee because I outnumber you. So you're heavily outnumbered. So you're going to flee 2d6 plus Swift Stride. 9. You get to choose if you want to add Swift Stride on or not. If it means I have to get a 9 on 2 dice. If you use Swift Stride, it means you want it to get away.
Probably do.
I would.
Otherwise,
there's a risk you flee off the board.
But then you just catch and kill.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's go for it.
So you're going to flee a total of 11. So I need to get 11 or higher on 2 dice.
That's going to be close to off the board.
No, not even close. Now, what about your 11?
Oh, not quite. Have they fled the perfect distance?
They have fled the perfect distance. And I just pursue...
Very realising that they've got absolutely no chance against these night goblins.
I will... I am going to shoot you. All right. That's all the combats.
Nice.
Okay, a Fast and Furious turn 5. We'll be back with Orc and Goblin. Summary turn 5. Turn 6 for the Goblins. I'm not saying Orcs, because there's none left alive.
Yeah, that's very neat.
Oh, there is some left alive. I do apologise.
Skulky in the woods.
First thing we need to do is... You need to burn me.
Okay, so is it D6?
It's D6 in any direction of your choosing.
So 5.
It's just going to go through there, pop out the other side.
Like that.
Yep, exactly like that.
And then does it hit the 3 that it passed through then or something?
It just hits the unit. So if you read the card there, it'll tell you Pillar of Fire. It'll tell you what it does.
Okay.
I think it's D3 plus
3, Strength 3 hits with an AP of -2.
There you go.
With the Flaming Special rule. So that's
1,
4.
4. Did I nick all the dice? There you go.
Thank you very much. So
Strength, what was it? 4 or 3?
3. So
5 to wound.
5. It did something. 2.
Is
2
it?
wounds.
Yes. So it's flaming, so I don't get regen. It's got some kind of AP, I believe.
Yeah, AP 2.
There you go. So Invincitroll has died, and
Mixed feelings about him. He was he tanked so much stuff.
it takes so much stuff. Exactly. All right. So now I get to try and dispel that, and I can actually try and wizardly dispel it as well now. And what's the casting value?
It is a 9+.
I do not dispel it. That is annoying. So now we're going to do movement charges. I'm going to declare the trolls into the front of the state troops. I will make that because even with a, let's say, sort of 2-inch wheel, I'll still have plenty on a 10-inch charge there. So we'll go crunch into there. We will stay still here because I just want to shoot you. But I'm going to take my shaman and pop him out of the unit, and he's going to go there. So an extra one will be on the front rank. Reason for that is I want to vindictively glare the cannon. Okay. The arrow boys, they'll just turn. They're just going to turn. We know they're going across that way. They're just going to shoot some shots into the side of the of those state troops there, and they'll be within 24-inch range, so that's fine. So shooting, I'm going to have 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. 12 shots. Can you just check I'm in 9-inch range? If I'm not within 9-inch range, I will move within 9.
Promise it's better.
But not for everyone, right?
So you want to move a bit forward, do you?
I need to move my 3 inches forward. Because
you only get 3 for the second rank, so you only get to fire certain numbers.
You only get to fire half rounding up. The one at the back will be at long range. So these will be hitting on 4s, because I've short bows. I'm going to pincushion those bloody knights. I'm going to get them.
I believe you.
This is a 5. I'm going to get them.
They killed like 5 of them with bows the first 2 rounds, didn't they?
1, 2. It's only 3 wounds. 3 3-ups.
Oh,
I got 1. Now I'm okay with that because technically you're still fleeing, aren't you? You full-blown flee. Now it's a double 1. Yes, because you're on your last man.
I'm learning.
Yeah, it's good, and it's actually that is good. It's not only good, obviously, because it shows your magnificent brain, but it also.
Yeah, people are away now.
But it's also good because it shows how within one game you've kind of picked up. I've actually, after the first couple of turns, you've been going, and then I do this now. Especially when we're doing like movement and stuff off camera. So it is a game that you can pick up relatively quickly. But shall we get into a battle of wills? I'm going to try and vindictively glare at your at your cannon. I got an 8. You need to get a 9 on 2 dice. No. Do I wound the cannon? Yes, it's dead. It takes, in total, 2 wounds, but it only had 1 wound left. Die, cannon. Now that will cause a panic test.
Okay.
Because a unit died near you. Now you won't flee, but they might run back a bit. No, they're fine. And then the cannon, they will fall back in good order. So 2d6 picking the highest. 5. So you'll sort of go back off the hill a bit.
Okay, so.
Yeah, and the 3 crew, not from the crew just from the gun.
Just from the gun.
Yeah, and these 3 crew for the cannon will be dead. Okay, that might help me because you're not on the hill anymore.
I'm not shooting with that cannon against anything that I want to.
And you only had 1 turn left to shoot it. So here we go. 10 arrow boy shots. Well, not 10. It will be 5 from the front rank, 3 from the back rank. And I moved, and it'll be long range, so I need 6s. No, they've been waiting all game to do that.
Right, yes, this was our moment to shine.
Moment to shine. And then the bolt thrower. It's got a hit!
My word.
Yes! So, on a 2, it hurts the front rank. Kills the guy. You have Oaken Shield off, actually, so you get 5 at ward against that.
This would be hilarious if the time is it finally.
No. And it's a 2 on the second rank. Yep. Try another 5 at ward for me.
It does.
And then it's a 3 on the third rank. And then another 5 at ward for me. No, so you lose 2. All game it's been firing. It's killed 14 points. It's a good,
we got one, lads.
good return on investment. There you are. And then we have combat. So, Troll 1, Troll 2, Troll 3. Hitting on 4s. Oh no.
Solid roll.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 2s to wound because of great weapons. Oh no, that is 7 dead, no saves.
So is that just come off the back rank?
That comes off the back rank, yes. So you've lost a rank and a smidge.
Does that mean we strike back at all, or can all the front rank not strike
Your
back?
characters can strike back. So your general will strike back first with 4 attacks. He's going to hit on 3s. He successfully hit them all, and he's going to wound on, I think, 3s. Yes. Now it's just 3 regen saves for me. So I saved 1 of them. So I've got a troll that is down to 1 wound, and then the captain gets a strike with a sword of might.
Is it 2?
It's 2 hits, yep. And 2 wounds. And 2 regens. So the troll dies. Now, the regen saves, the funny thing about regens is they still count towards combat resolution. Because you did a wound, I just then regenerated it.
Like, you're it back.
Exactly. So in total, you actually did, I think it was about 4 wounds, is it? Well, you did 5 wounds in total for combat res. Only 3 of them went through, but you did 5 wounds because of regens. Okay. Yeah. You took 7. We're both close, so you are behind by 2. We're both close order, so that cancels each other out. You have got 2 banners though, so it's 7 to 7. So the musician, bongo baby, it's time for the bongos.
Unreasonably lucky with every single one of these.
Well, this is why you take full command. You don't have to take full command, but I always take full command because the number of times when the bongo man has saved my ass is considerable. Now, unfortunately for me, my leadership is not that. That's a full-blown flea, my friend. Would you like to pursue me?
I'll try and catch them up with a hellbird then.
You got to get a 10 on 2 dice. Not quite. I will flee through the pillar of fire, but it doesn't burn me this turn. It's just essentially difficult ground. 10 inches will put me back to about there. And then you're going to follow up to about there, roughly speaking. They are dead. So look at the humble state troops, man.
Yeah, those halberds have been.
There we go.
Just like dishing out pain to one unit after the next.
Taking charges.
Like, take down those goblins, take down the squigs, take down the trolls.
I love state troops, man.
They're doing good.
They're really fun.
That general's been putting in some work.
Empire is an army where the basic troops can only do so much, but give them a leader with a bit of gear and they'll provide the numbers and he'll do the stabby. He won't ever... If my Black Orc boss got into a battle with him, my Black Orc boss would just trounce him. They wouldn't even be close. But you try and play it in a way where your Black Orc boss isn't... where your characters aren't getting into duels with my characters. There's a lot of it's like bully units, and then anything you can't bully or hold the line against, you shoot to death. All right. So that was turn 5 for the Orcs and Goblins. I feel like it's going badly. What we'll do...
I was expecting the Trolls to mash that squad. Yeah.
Well, they did, but they did 7 wounds. They did really, really well. It's just, unfortunately, you...
Just so much in the combat resolution then.
Static combat res can be very helpful. So, it's having double banner in a squad is really nice. So, we'll do... we've got to do a rally over there, a rally over there, and then it'll be over, and then it'll be... We've got your turn. Let's do a quick turn 6.
Okay,
Rally.
So let's see if this guy decides to stick around on a 1 in 36. Nope.
No, he is gone. And you're a crossbow guy.
Will he?
Oh, no way!
That's hilarious.
He turns around and he gets to shoot my troll.
Go for it.
He will not wound. Now, you do get to declare so you rallied, not him, you rallied him. Mm-hmm. Now, that shot was slightly out of sequence, but it doesn't matter. You've got some charges. The charge you want to do is if you want to charge the trolls, because if you charge them, they have to flee again, and they might flee off the board.
Okay, yeah, they can charge that way then. Is it 1 dice or 2?
2.
So, what's 3 plus whatever they do?
Flee, yeah, and I flee off the board.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so I flew off the board.
Always for the win.
I presumed, by the way, you chose to move your pillar of fire out of the way.
Probably.
There you go.
It goes 1
Oh,
inches.
well,
so it's all
you may have charged through your pillar of fire, but it
burn
wouldn't be meaningful, so that's fine. Okay, you could more to the gobbos.
Go for it. Shall we fire mortar first then, and then
handguns?
I think that's it, isn't it?
If we got a big,
there's the artillery dice.
Yeah, I don't know where the big template's gone, but we'll just we'll eyeball it, as it were.
Centre of that, so that's going.
It's flying out, yeah.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. Handgun me.
We'll use the engineer's reroll actually.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that'll probably be okay. Especially you could probably draw a line of sight to me with the pivot. So I think you just scatter an inch. Because if you turn it with your free pivot,
yeah, possibly.
You can definitely see me. Yeah, 100%.
Fair enough, then.
So you just go an inch. So we know that you just missed the edges. So we'll just say 4 partials and 12 normals with that 1 inch scatter. Okay. So 4 partials on 4 ups.
It might be a bit less than that. But, yeah.
No, it's a 5 inch template. It's massive.
I suppose they have tiny bases, don't they?
They're meant to be on big bases. But you would absolutely cover that unit.
So 4 partials.
4 partials. 1, so you get 13 hits in total. 13, unlucky for some.
8, 9. Reroll 4. Then is it 5s or 4s?
It's 5, so you kill 1.
Just the 1 way.
The mortar is... Boink.
It has got a few kills over the course of the game. It's not done nothing. I don't know how many points it costs.
So it's only 25 points cheaper than the Hellblaster volley gun.
Okay, yeah, I see why you take more of those.
Yeah. Handgunners?
Handgunners, is that right?
Yeah, 9 shots. Hitting on 5 because it'll be long range. Yeah, wounding on 3s. And I don't get an armor save against this, so 4 more. So that will be 25%. Yeah, I'm down to 11. Definitely has to be 25%. So, panic test. I stick around. Nice. Thanks.
Goblin, definitely the real heroes.
Goblin, definitely the real hero, yeah. So it comes over to my turn. I'm going to try and dispel... Oh, you're going to move your pillar of fire. See if you move it.
I only move... Oh, yeah.
See if it moves. If it moves big this time, you can get the arrow boys.
One the last time, so yeah.
So that won't be enough. So then I'll see if I can dispel it. I do dispel it. Be gone. And then I'm going to charge your guys in the flank with my arrow boys. They go 2 plus 4 would be 6. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. They're in a line across here with him being on the front.
Could you move those?
It's -1 to my distance as well. Okay. So I'll warband it. No, so I don't make it. So that was my turn 6 charge. And then my other movement, I am going to move there. I'm going to fire my bows at your handgunners because I might be able to make them flee off the board. So there's going to be 5 plus 3 plus 1, so 9 whole shots. It will be 5s because of range. So I'm not going to make them flee, but can I kill 1? 1 more will die from there. And then I'm going to glare at your friggin' mortar. Right, try and beat me with a 9. No. Do I do the hit? Yeah, I do the wound. Yes. If I get a 5 or 6, the mortar dies. No.
Oh, so close.
Good game.
Good game.
Let's tidy the board up. Gather the survivors from both sides, and then let's have a little post-game chit-chat. And so here we have the battered survivors from both sides. And I just want to say once again, good game, Mr. Auspex. Very, very well played. You are now undefeated in Old World.
Yeah, I know, with heavy help from Mordian Glory. The state troops have made their way through.
I think it was heavy help from the gunnery school of the Empire.
Yeah, in particular, that absolutely savage volley gun. That just demolishes things.
I am so glad that you enjoyed using it because it's one of my favourite units in the whole game.
Yeah,
it's
just something about the power trip of it's like, oh, and now have 22 shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Annihilate that infantry unit.
So fairly obviously, it was a convincing victory to the forces of the Empire. And if you guys want to know the exact points, it was the Empire scored 1,648 and the Orcs and Goblins scored 695.
Yes,
I believe it was. So that is by the rulebook a crushing victory. You crushed me, literally, emotionally, and legally. Legally. Man of the match for you.
Yeah, it's like you'd think to be the volley gun guy, but I think the musician for winning those 2 combats, Mr. Man on the drums there, and then routing the trolls, and I think it was the squig. Was it the squigs or was it the big goblin mob? It was one of the others.
It was the big goblin mob because the squigs blew themselves up.
Yeah, oh yeah, they made the difference, didn't they? So
that 5-point upgrade wiped out 500 points worth of stuff.
Never underestimate one guy with a drum. Apparently,
he's having a great time. Yeah. He's just bongoing away, having a fantastic time. So, Auspex, I want to say obviously thank you for coming down. Thank you for entertaining me and for trying out what I think is my favourite game at the moment. I just have a big question. And first thing I want to say is we're going to do a bit of a longer podcasty style thing. I want to say thank you to you for agreeing to do that as well. But hot takes, first impressions of Old World. Go ahead, wax lyrical for as long as... Give us your first impressions.
Yeah, no, it's great, yeah. Yeah, thanks for giving me a shot at the new game. I've not really seen it played too much before, so yeah, I enjoy like the formation tactics and things like that, and like trying to redirect charges and support with guns, but screen them out a bit. Yeah, it's been good fun. It's been very nice to play with your really nicely painted armies as well. Particularly, I love the yellow on the Empire.
Best painted.
Yeah, no, pretty sweet.
I've informed Auspex of the meme of how I won a best painted
with
award.
Army speed paint.
Speed paint.
It looks incredibly effective. Like, I don't know.
It's because yellow is traditionally very difficult. So anytime someone paints yellow, they tend to, even if it looks half decent, but it's a cheat because it's just base prime and then yellow.
I don't know. It's like I feel like you can use like contrast paints like well and badly, and they look great.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it to the bank. How did you? So you said you enjoyed things like the formation tactics. You enjoyed the sort of supporting with guns. How did you feel? A couple of things. Firstly, how did you feel about the mission kind of just being kill each other? That was pretty straightforward.
I think that's probably all I'm capable of when I don't really know any of the mechanics of the game in that much detail. So yeah, it's a good one for an intro mission. Yeah.
All of the missions are variations of kill each other. Mm-hmm. So to give you an idea, we played pitch battle, but if you wanted to play what we would call hammer and anvil, that's called mountain pass.
Yeah.
And the only twist is you can't get pushed off the sides of the board because it's a mountain pass, but it still kill each other.
Yeah.
The only way you win games in Old World is did you kill more of the enemy? And so it makes it. I mean, I know you've played a fair bit of 40k.
A bit more like intuitive, doesn't it? Yeah, I've played a bit of 40k over the years.
Just a smidge, a smidgens.
I dabble.
A dabble. But I don't know if you would agree with this, and please, disagree with me, and I don't want to think I'm, leading the witness, as it were. But I find that it makes it much quicker because you're not having to go, okay, how many points did I score that turn? What are my secondary cards this turn? It's just, and away we go, and next turn we go, and next turn we go. It definitely felt like a quicker game.
Having less off the table admin definitely isn't a bad thing, is it? Like, I don't know. It adds a lot of dimension, like, I don't know, more thought to be put into 40k, but you also have to do with the admin work to go with it, don't you?
Yeah, I'd say 40k is a game which I think there's a lot going on in a 40k game. I think it is a genuinely really high skill game in terms of, like you said, keeping track of your points, not losing sight, making sure, how many times I'm sure we've all done it where you get to the turn and go, oh shit, what are my secondaries and all this kind of stuff. Being able to keep your eye on the ball is very much a skill in 40k. With Old World, I think the skill comes from not from scoring points, not from the admin, but comes from, okay, if I move this unit here at this angle, it will lead the charge over here, and then I can. It's like tactics are rewarded, whereas I feel like in 40k strategy is rewarded.
Possibly a bit of both. I mean, yeah, I guess it's
great to a lesser extent in both games.
Yeah, I guess it's also kill each other, trade units well. I mean, works well for both of them, but yeah, no, it is quite nice to have something straightforward and so that's the only objectives here to try and take down the strongest things in the enemy army and mitigate their impact and stuff. Second question, what did you think of the Empire? How did you feel as them as a faction? Did they lend themselves naturally to you, or was it a bit different to what you were expecting? Can't fault enormous cannons that blow up a whole bunch of units. To be honest, I was underestimating how well they're doing melee, to be honest. I think I got lucky in a few combats, but I was expecting, yes, we need to try and kill as many orcs as possible before they hit the lines, because when that happens, we're all toast. But I was surprised at how well the steam tank and the two central units managed to hold up against the mobs they were squaring off against.
I think, obviously in 40k, you've got units which are really good at certain things. If a unit of Khorne Berserkers charges into something, it's pretty much disappearing. Every unit sort of is hyper lethal. I think in Old World, because there's less dice being rolled, and the stats are closer together because of the whole, you only +1 strength to have +1 to wound, you only +2 strength to their toughness to have to be wounding on 2s. I think it means that the models are relatively close together. In 40k, if a guardsman fights an orc in melee, the orc wins 9 times out of 10. Even if the guardsman strike first, he's hitting on a 4, he's wounding on a 5, and it's
not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. But in Old World, you get into combat with as an Empire State Troop with an orc boy, both sides have got 1 wound. Both sides have either got a 5 or a 6 up save. The only advantage the boy has is he has got toughness 4. Yeah. That's it. So
it's not bad for that interactiveness, is it? With more models being able to affect more things. I feel like with maybe less I feel like 40k has a lot more free movement, doesn't it? So more able to get the things into the targets that they need to be.
That's a really good point.
As opposed to this, you probably wouldn't have the flexibility to change what you're squaring up against. So they need to have more interaction with each unit, which they do, which works well.
I mean, that's a really good point, because that kind of lends itself to that lethality that people often feel with 40k, which is in Old World, if you don't have a unit lined up against something, it's not going to engage that unit probably for the whole game. But in 40k, because it's all skirmishing essentially. You can flow around. So movement is definitely a really big thing in 40k for sure.
I guess it's that's in hiding units. That means that when they are exposed, things tend to be hyper lethal. So they have to destroy the things that are exposed, because if they don't, then you're probably not getting through the majority of the enemy army in a whole game.
Indeed. And I guess last question is going to be, what did you think of the orcs? Obviously, you were playing against them. What were your first impressions? What did you think? Obviously, you mentioned a little bit. You thought they would crump you a bit. But what did you think just generally speaking, of orcs, goblins, black orcs, regular orcs, just a few high-level thoughts on the faction.
I was impressed by how well the goblin archers took down the entire unit of knights, bounced them off the board, and then shot them down as they. It's like, that's like about as resoundingly decent as possible. I was expecting them to take far more casualties when the Wolf Riders went in, and then after that, these are just gonna be a wrecking ball that goes around destroying things. But it's like, a few goblins with bows later. It's like, oh, there's only 3 of them left.
Well, I think that was you just got unlucky. Remember, there was that one turn when you rolled 4 1s and 2s.
I couldn't roll any 3 pluses for them, so yeah.
And I think again, that's because they've only got 1 wound. If it was 40k, they'd have 2 wounds.
Yeah.
And then only 2 of them would have died. The unit would have mostly been intact, and then they would have gone in and smashed and then continued to smash. I think most things only have 1 wound in. My boys have only got 1 wound. Your guys have only got one wound. I think it does make a big difference.
That's more interactivity and more chance for things like that to happen. Yeah, the combats and running away is a bit brutal though. When you have like guys that should have the upper hand, like those trolls going into the halberds, and then they lose a combat and they're just gone.
That was unlucky. To be fair, trolls are normally really, really, really good. I messed them up a little bit, not on purpose, but I deployed my army and then realised that my trolls weren't really near my general, so I knew at some point they were going to go outside of his bubble. And they're only leadership 5 because they're just stupid. So if my trolls and my black orcs had been more coordinated, then I think it would have been. I would have gone into the air, into that front line and just started smashy. Yeah. I mean, considering your steam tank got the drop on me, I still killed it, which was I think that was a good display of what the Black Orcs could do.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you're a very busy man with lots of work and hobbying, so I won't say when are you picking up your old world army, because I know you've got a lot on. But what I would say is, would you play it again?
Oh yeah, I'd certainly give you another game. Yeah.
There you go.
Be fun.
There you go. You heard it here first. And maybe bot action next time?
Maybe.
Auspex tries?
Yeah, it could be a whole series on it.
Maybe.
Mordian
Almost like we might have talked about that over dinner. Well, we'll leave it there. I want to say a massive thank you to Auspex Tactics for coming down here and spending the day. It's been great. We've done a few battles now. We've hung out a few times now. It's nice, genuinely nice to be able to hang out with someone who is a fellow content creator. Whilst this is a collab, it was definitely hanging out and playing first. Yeah. Let's film it just because we're here kind of thing.
Yeah, and always a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I hope you guys back home enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the vibe of it. Let us know what you think. Next time, what would you want Auspex to run? Should he be running the Orcs and Goblins? Or Beastmen? Or Bretonnians? Or Dwarves? Give me an idea and I'll get the army together.
There's a whole old world to choose from.
There's a whole old world to choose from. I think you're a Tomb King player.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Absolutely. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave lots of comments down below. Don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to the lifeblood of the channel members, the Patreons, the Twitch subs, and the Kick subs. It's thanks to all of you people that go above and beyond the Call of Duty that I'm able to have the time to do this full time. I'm able to do battle reports and all that kind of good stuff. So just want to say a massive thank to you guys. You make it all possible. But that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.